Hey yo, what's good with it? Black Goose TV family, man. Double salute as always. It's your boy Fluence in the building. You already know who it is. Coming back strong, making a overdue, past due appearance to the people, man. What's good with the Black Goose TV family, man? I know it's been a long time since I've popped up on y'all, man, and I just want to say, that's just how it goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You got to chill out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to regroup. Sometimes you got to make sure things is right. And it's not even on there. I'm capping to be 100 with you. I just ain't really been feeling like talking no boxing like that as of late. You know what I'm saying? I guess there's been some things that have happened. Um, yeah, I know we had the Jake Paul Tommy Fury fiasco this past weekend. That's really the biggest thing in boxing, really. If you want to, you know what I'm saying, be 100, that's happened in the last, like, I don't know, couple weeks, to be real with y'all. But either way, though, you know what I'm saying, we here. You feel me? Back again. You know what I'm saying? Like I never left. We're gonna have a good time tonight, man. We're just gonna chop it up. We're gonna do some updates on everything that's going on boxing. We're gonna talk a little bit of NBA talk too, man. We're gonna talk a little bit of MMA talk too, UFC side of the game. Y'all know the GOAT's coming back this weekend. I'll for sure be doing a Fluence Lounge for that. Y'all don't even got a trip, man. Fluence Lounge is for sure gonna be happening this weekend, this Saturday, for the John Jones return. So y'all don't gotta worry about that. But hey man, double salute once again to everybody up out there. Look, I know y'all was feeling away about it. I seen my subscriber count. I lost a good amount of subscribers. It's all good, man. Yeah, y'all have every right to be like, yo, if you ain't finna be consistent, why should we be consistently watching your stuff? You ain't putting nothing out. Fair enough. All right. I've been told y'all doing it this whole little camera way off the phone type joint, different type of motivation, but that's no excuse either way, man. At some point we're gonna be back to the original, back to the OG way, but even better. I promise y'all that, and that's going to happen. I'm still in the works of making that happen. I'm still in the works of getting right. But until then, hey, we're just gonna rock with what we got. We're gonna do what we do. You feel me? Um, as for tonight, a lot of things to catch up on, a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, I haven't talked about, I haven't discussed, obviously, because I haven't been here. I got Zen coming up in here a little bit later, too, probably relatively soon. We got Let's Talk About It in the building early. What's good with it? Let's talk about it. Whole lot of stuff to go on, you know what I'm saying, to discuss and talk about with boxing. Not a whole bunch with boxing, you feel me? But there has been some new, you know what I'm saying, revelations or revelations, I should say, that has been going on in the boxing community that I definitely want to speak on. One of them, obviously, y'all can see in the title below, Brian Garcia versus Gervonta Davis. I want to give my own little take on that because supposedly the contracts have been signed. I want to talk about AB leaving BLK Prime before he was even able to have an actual fight. You know what I'm saying? Also, speak a little bit about the Tommy Fury Jake Paul thing that went down. Possibility of Earl Spence fighting Keith Thurman. That's starting to look a little bleak. Terrence Crawford versus Roca. It seems like that's going to be happening this year. So those are some things I touch on when it comes to boxing. I want to talk a little NBA too, because there's a lot of things going on in the NBA community and the NBA world. Obviously, we're getting closer to playoffs, and also I want to go ahead and speak on John Jones' return a little bit, a little bit. I'm not going to be able to fit all of that in tonight. It's not going to be like a crazy long stream. So I know, certain topics probably will get dragged out. Certain topics will be focused on more. But let's just say this is like going to be a preview of what we got popping off for the week. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, whatever I don't get to tonight, we definitely gonna get to, in another stream later this week. I feel like it's gonna be a good week when it comes to actually going live and streaming. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I'm gonna ride with you whether you put out once a month or whenever. Hey man, I'm trying to do it more consistently, bro. It's like it's the biggest thing. Only reason why I'm inconsistent with it is because, you know what I'm saying, I still haven't been able to get my setup right. When I get my setup right, it's going to be the most consistent ever. But as of now, you know what I'm saying, I will be popping in. I'm going to try not to do as too long of delays like I did now. And like, to be 100 with you, if there was more things happening in boxing, I would definitely be going, I would be more motivated to go live, more often, during it through this format. But just because, you know what I'm saying, boxing ain't really been lit like that the way I wanted to, it's hard for me to just kind of go on this type of format and kind of talk about the same thing or recreate topics. It's a little bit different when I, do the OG type format, but either way, we here nonetheless. Let's go Tank. Let's go Jones. You already know, man, we got some ghosts we finna be talking about. Poppy, you know what I'm saying? Future ghosts, we'll see. But appreciate you. Let's talk about it being up in here early. Y'all show some love, man. Hit the like button, get us in the algorithm. You feel me? Have some more people hop up in here. Have a good time. When we hit that certain time limit up in this joint, I'm gonna be dropping a link so y'all can pop up in here too. Like I said, we're gonna have Zen coming up in here at some point too as well to get it popping. But with that being said, double salute again, man. Hopefully everybody's feeling good and feeling great. Happy Monday, man. What a better day for your boy to come back after a long hiatus and a Monday, man. Beginning of the week. Um, obviously over the weekend we had Jake Paul. I don't know why, but that tag is bugging me, man. But over the weekend we had Jake Paul, Tommy Fury happen. For me, what I'm saying, that was a casual type fight. I did watch it. I didn't go Fluence Lounge for it because I didn't really, I'm saying, it wasn't in my heart like that. I wasn't really excited for the fight because I thought the hype, wasn't what it is as it used to be. And the results was how the results should have been. So not too much to say about that. I am interested to see what's going to be the future of that whole Jake Paul fiasco. I wonder if Jake Paul is just going to go, entirely step away from trying to go the whole boxing route and just step into the YouTube game, kind of like what KSI is doing. So I'm interested in that. I think that's probably going to be the way it goes. I don't see Tommy Fury, the rematch, actually happening. But if they do that, it doesn't really make any sense for it to happen. But I really think from there on, what's going to end up happening is they're going to most likely, I think Jake Paul is going to go the entire, a YouTube route, keep his mind on the YouTube side of the game. I think that's what he should do. I think that's where the money's at. We got Zen in the building. Bring Zen up in here. What's happening with it? How you feeling, dog?
Shout out that GOAT right there.
Feeling good, man. Monday been solid.
Solid, dog. Hey, shout out to this man right here. It's been almost, if I'm not mistaken, you created this channel in 2017, correct?
Shit, somewhere around there.
Yeah. 6 years, baby. Shout out to this guy.
Consistency. I'm trying to go to your. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm trying to. I need to turn you up on my side.
Oh, I was low.
No, it's my phone.
Y'all, I hope I'm sounding crisp out there, y'all. Yeah, let me know my sound like.
There we
If
go.
I'm
Now I can
crisp.
hear you. But yeah, man, how you feeling, dog? Good to. Well, one, it's only right. You know what I'm saying? After a long hiatus, I come back, got Zid in the building. OG type energy. You feel me? So how you feeling, man? What's good with it?
Dang, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Those first two highlights, headlines is crazy. My bad. I answer your question. Um, I'm fine, dog. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here trying to get healthy, man. I'm trying to get back in shape, man. I feel like if I get back in shape, everything changes in life. Right now, I'm out of shape. I'm out of whack.
Why you feel out of shape, man?
Because
You're young. It don't feel right to. It ain't right to be young and feel out of shape. Supposed to
I'm
feel like that when you get old.
not out of shape in terms of like my body. I'm talking about like my cardio. I'm out of shape.
Okay, so you trying to get that back on point.
Yeah, bro. Like you out of shape when you got to get yourself back into shape by running, bro. I literally was just in there running, but I did drills to make sure my running made sense though too. So I had to make shots as I was on the move. So boom, get the rebound. Boom, get the rebound. Old school shit, boy. That's how you get nice. These young bucks out here got all these training and shit. Back then, you wanted to get nice, you had to go and create your own like workout and be sweating. I remember one time, Flu, he's like, "Yo, come over, let's work out. What's good with it? Let's talk about it." He's like, "Let's come over and work out." This man got some rocks, man, because we had rocks where we was. He got some rocks. It's like, bow, bow. He had to set up, boy. We start going to work. We was working on the handles to the pull-ups. Well, we was sweating, bro, because he had us like he had us do this one thing like if you made it, you got a point, but if you missed it, went back. And we for the minute, bro, we was like teetering, almost being out, but we kept making them. And then when we would get to zero, we would go back to missing. It was crazy, man. But good workouts. All I was saying though is I'm trying to get back in shape that way, old school way. You feel me? Just sprinting. Because I just realized, bro, I'm at my best when I'm in shape. I realized all my best games I've ever had is I was in shape. I was in shape. My legs carried me. I was good. You feel me? Nowadays, well, at least these last 2 weeks, I'm Davioning out there, man.
Hey, man. But be one thing that's always going to be a go-to and is never going to go away, no matter how advanced this world gets, is road work. running, whether it's the treadmill, whether you're running hills, whether you're doing on the court. Running is always going to be something essential when it comes to anything that has to do with endurance or cardio. Tell you that right now. So always believe in the run. I'll always believe in it, and I'll never go away from it. As long as these knees work, I'm gonna be running, boy,
Hey, can I ask you a
every day.
question? Can I ask you a question? You do a lot of miles, right? You work on your knees. Look, my knee after yesterday, after all that work, like I didn't realize, bro, like I do this all the time, right? I tell myself I'm always gonna stretch no matter what of the occasion, right? I ain't stretched none yesterday. For some reason, I just felt good. I had my tights on. I'm like, I'm good, right? So I didn't stretch when I first played in the morning. And then I had 2 games. The first game I didn't stretch. Then I sat for 2 hours in that cold gym, didn't stretch for the next. I just took it so light. But I paid the price today. Like my knee was hurting, bro. But I pushed through. I worked through the pain and I got all the
Knee
cardio.
sleeves. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
be
get
100 with you. I
sleep.
never stretch, and all my warm ups, I do 4 miles for my warm up every time, and then
Your
after
legs
like,
don't be hurting.
no, every mile, 8 minutes or less. 4 miles of my warm up, and I go like today. I did a whole lot
On
of
the treadmill,
explosive work.
or you out on back outside?
I can't. It's the weather's still messed up.
Oh.
I mean, after, and I'm like, that's just my warm up. Then after I did my 4 miles, I went. I did explosive leg work today. So jumping squats, 50 pounds off the bench right after, without uh without the weights, and then right after we go into like jumping lunges with the weights, then without the weights. And we supplement in that little bit of chest work, just constantly moving, constantly moving. So I do like lately. I've been incorporating a lot of explosive work, whole lot of explosive work, because I've been trying to keep my heart rate like just pounding, pounding, pounding. So for me, my lifesaver, I just got some knee sleeves, man. Put my knee
Kind of knee
sleeves on,
sleeves
and
though,
just some regular. I just got them off of Amazon. The joints is like $30.
like some hex pads or like some just like some real sleeves.
Just some hex pads. That's it.
Oh. So that's I just need what is it? Is warming it up or something?
Nah, I don't shit. I don't know what it does. It just makes me feel more comfortable, dog. I don't be having like my left. You know, when I injured my left knee, leg, whatever I injured. Like I be having some problems with that sometimes. Where it'll stiffen up, or like I kind of feel some pain in certain areas. But like once I kind of like really get going, I really can start getting moving. It kind of just goes away. So and like my biggest thing, I guess for me too, my biggest thing is just if you consistently. But I don't I don't try to advocate not stretching. I think stretching is important. It is a very important thing. It's just I've
At
gotten to
least
this
for
as
me,
habit.
though.
Like
But at least for me, because I'm like I was moving, I was playing a lot of defense, bro. Sliding action that I was not doing for a long time. Because remember, I wasn't playing no hoops when I was out the country.
that's what I was gonna say. I was like the biggest thing for me is like I'm consistent. Like I went. I think it's like 17, 18 days. So I've went 16 days straight. I've only did 2 days off. So I've been consistently boom, 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 boom. So it's like for me, I haven't really had no cold days like that. So it's like for me, I really don't need a stretch. Now when I go back doing like road work and hills, I'll probably do like some warm ups as far as like stretching to do it. But I'm like right now, I just get on that treadmill, man. I just start my miles and I just go. And then after I'm warmed up off that treadmill, I go right into that explosive work, go crazy with it for another hour, and then get ready for the next day. I be feeling good though. I won't even lie. Explosive work is like the best shit to do. Like that shit really opens up your endorphins to a whole nother level.
It's just crazy. You used to be doing 5 sets.
No, I did 3 sets.
Okay. I
I did
remember,
three
bro.
sets.
You had, hey y'all don't understand, boy.
Nah, but the stuff we was doing was way easier than what I'm doing now because that wasn't explosive work. That was a whole bunch of standing still and just hitting some shit. You wouldn't be able to slash. You wouldn't be able, and then there was no warm up, cardio, nothing. Think
Nah,
about we start in 4 miles, got to be 8 minutes or less each mile, and then after you're done, we're doing a rotation of jumping squats, to regular squats, 50-pound weights. Then right after that, we're going straight into jumping lunges to regular lunges. So it's like it's only 3 sets, but you're doing literally probably like 4 or 5 exercises in one set, back to back to back. And then after you're doing that, then you're gonna move on to something where you start doing a cool down. That'll be like 30, probably like 35 to 45. I'm like, shit, we were doing before. That was like building muscle type. This is all explosive, heart rate up, cardio based, burning fat. It's whole another level. I love it. I feel like I'm just like progressive as far as like what my workouts is becoming. It's like five sets ain't shit if you taking like, you know what I'm saying, 30 to a minute breaks in between, and then you just kind of like just standing there, you feel me? Like doing kind of like moderate, like to usual type, you know what I'm saying, weightlifting type exercises where you mix the shit up and you're doing things where you're really moving. So you can do 5 sets before because, you know, it's kind of easier stuff to do. And like when you really pushing your body, you're gonna have to be able to understand how to, you know, not necessarily limit yourself, but be able to do things in a standpoint where you're able to get through all the exercises you put together. Because you're not just like based off of one. It's not like, hey, we're gonna hit the leg press for 5 sets, and then after that, you know, we're gonna do some squats. But yeah, beautiful time, man. Right now, I won't even lie to you. I'm enjoying the grind, and like right now, I'm doing like a lot less rest days. So like I'll go like a week straight, and then after that week straight, I'll probably do like 2 more days, and then maybe I'll do a rest, and I'll go like a whole another week. So I'm like before I was doing maybe like 5 days, 1 day off, another 4 days, 1 day off type. It's like now it's like 9 days, 1 day off. But that's because, you know, I need that release right now. I've been going through I haven't been going through a lot, but a whole lot on my plate. So it's a beautiful stress reliever.
It's good, dog. Glad you elevated.
You got to progress, man. As you get older, you got to make things harder on yourself. I'm like, you know what? That's the one thing I've been learning is like, don't get caught in a cycle. Don't be doing the same shit. If you're doing the same shit you was doing a year ago, 2 years ago, you got to check yourself. Because I'm like, especially when it comes to something like exercise and stuff, because I'm like, I'm telling you, you're going to plateau quick. You got to be willing to change it up, and you got to be willing to change it up in a way where you're pushing yourself harder. I'm like, the same shit is not going to keep working. And it's gonna burn you out. Like, you're going to have more times where you're going to think to yourself, like, why am I doing this? If you change it up, now you're going to have a different perspective to it. You know, depending on how your mindset is, but give it a shot. That's all I'm saying to the people out there.
Yeah, man. Cardio is important. Exercise is important. You got to, your heart is a muscle, man. It can't just be sitting still.
Whole body. You know, for men, one of the hardest things to get rid of as y'all get older, as we get older, is that gut. You know what I'm saying? We got to eat. I love to eat. You know what I'm
I love
saying?
it.
So I'm telling you, man, your metabolism slows down, especially for us black men. How we be eating type of shit we be eating on stuff, man. Like, hey, don't be scared to put in that work. You know what I'm saying? And then reward yourself. Because before you know it, it all starts. I'll tell you, always the first sign of, especially as black men, when we get older, someone who's not putting in the work to counter whatever they're eating. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't, at the end of the day, you can't outwork a bad diet. That's if you eat excessively. Because there's no such thing as a bad diet. It's overeating, right? Because most of
Well,
the
what if
food.
you don't eat once a day though? Is it overeating or is you fulfilling what your whole body needed for the day?
That's what I'm saying. There's no such thing as a bad diet. It's overeating. Usually, overeating means, yo, I'm gonna eat my breakfast, I'm gonna eat lunch, I'm gonna eat dinner, then in between that, I'm gonna snack on some stuff. It's like, unless you're literally, and even really full-time athletes don't do that. But unless you're a full-time athlete and you're going to get rid of all those carbs, You don't need to be eating that much. All right, now if you had a little small portion during breakfast, a little small portion during lunch, then you have a relatively moderate dinner. It's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? If you feel you have to eat 3 times a day, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I say you don't need to eat 3 times a day. All right, I'm like you
It all
only need to
depends
eat
on the
one.
portion, though. It all
Yeah, it
depends
does.
on how you
That's what
like to eat
you
your portion. Because I'm like, if you're eating like a little, like maybe 1 or 2 scrambled eggs and some toast, that's not nothing. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna be good off that, and you could push through. And then later you get like I don't know some soup, and then at the end of the day you get you a burger. I don't think that's overeating.
It's not, but that's still a lot. That's a lot of calories still.
I guess you don't know what soup it is. You don't know what the calories are.
Yeah, I know, but you'd be surprised. It's like, and nowadays, the way things are eating, like soup ain't that like soup can have a lot of
Okay, take
calories
soup
in that
out.
thing.
Take soup out and just add fruit. You got some fruit with you.
Yeah, if your
Maybe
lunch is
fruit.
like a banana, like in the morning, you ate a couple omelets with the toast. Your lunch is like a banana or like some nuts, and then dinner you go ahead, you have a steak and some potatoes. You'll be able to work that off. If you have a good workout. Still won't feel heavy though. As you
Why
get
it gotta be the
older,
steak though? Why it gotta be the steak?
a burger, what I'm saying?
Nah, why can't be some pasta?
Pasta is very carb heavy, man. Pasta sits on your stomach the same way as steak. Actually, you'll be able to, if you're getting a good workout, it would be better for you to have a steak or a burger or a turkey burger because of the protein in it. If you eat something very carb heavy, carb dense, it's gonna take longer for your body to break that down.
But I'm gonna have protein in it. I'm gonna have chicken in it. It ain't gonna just be just some noodles, nigga.
And I'm not saying there's no protein. I'm saying how much carbs there is in
But if I'm
comparison.
working out though, I'm talking about me. I ain't talking about nobody else. I'm talking about me. Move on.
Well, I'm trying to talk to the generic public right now. Pasta is a very carb heavy meal for most people because most people don't do a very extensive hard
So you
workout. Most
say
people do the
carbs,
bare
so
minimum.
so that and bread, huh?
Well, what I'm saying is like if you already had toast in the morning, that's pretty carb heavy.
But I'm saying the bread. You're saying
In the with the pasta is what you say?
no, like the bread is carb based, right? You would say it has
Yeah,
carbs in it.
yeah. But if you just have a piece of toast, that ain't nothing.
So
Especially in
why
the
would
morning.
a piece of
There's a difference with when you're eating it. If you're eating a piece of toast, you're gonna have the whole entire day to break it down. Then you're gonna have your workout. When you go home and you eat your final dinner, you're not breaking that down because after you eat, you're going to sleep. So it's a lot slower process. So if you are eating that many times, you want to try to keep things as carb. Depending on what you work out and how you work out, you want to keep it as you don't want that much carbs in your meal because that's how you get the belly.
you're talking for people that aren't working out cardio.
Well, even some people work out cardio because it depends on what their cardio is. Some people they cardio, they say, hey, I'm gonna do 30 minutes on the bike. That ain't nothing. They ain't
Yeah.
breaking nothing down. 30 minutes on the bike.
Hey, why you coming at the bike right
Some people will be like, I'm doing 30 minutes on the treadmill and they walking the whole time. I hate that. And by the way, I hate this is my pet peeve. When I be at the gym, I see people walking on the treadmill. I'll be like, now
bro?
older people is fine, but younger people, I'll be like,
Bro,
you might as well just walk
I
outside.
had
What
to
are you
do
doing?
I had a dude right. He always keeps telling me, like in the gym, he's like, I'm stronger than you. I'm like, but you can't run 4 miles. He's like, why you keep saying that? I'm like, because you can't do it. Every time I see you over there on the treadmill, you walking. It's like, but it's incline. I'm like, I can do 2 miles on the incline right now on six incline. I go do 2 miles right now, bro. I'm like, can you do that? He like, why would I want to do that? I'm not running cross country. I'm like, you're not understanding me. You're not understanding.
You should tell them this is what people used to be like, okay, you're stronger than me, but who cares? I win a strongman competition.
Who
Who cares
cares?
how strong you are? What does being strong have anything to do in natural life unless you're in a sport where you need strength? In your regular, I mean, this is what this, I had to end up learning this too. As you get older, it's like being healthy has nothing to do with how strong you are, how much you can bench, nothing like that. Nothing.
Um,
Being healthy all has to do with how much calories you can burn when you get into that gym. That's all that matters.
yeah.
The harder you work, the more calories you're going to burn, which means the more you can be a little bit lenient when it comes to when you eat.
Now, say if you have a good metabolism, some people have faster metabolisms and they still eat bad. What alternative you feel like they need to do or should do? You know what I'm saying? Because when you're trying to speak to everybody, that's a good question because I'm like, some people have good metabolisms where it's like, even though they aren't eating the best, they're not necessarily gaining all those carbs. They don't stick to them.
Just tell them you're gonna get older like the rest of us. Your metabolism slows down as you get older. Simple as that. So that fast metabolism working now when you're 25, but my brother, when you're 32, that thing ain't gonna be nothing. And you're gonna be surprised, like, damn, I was able to eat all this, and before, you know what I'm saying, I was skinny. Now that shit is sticking right to your gut. That's how you see a lot of, older men when they get older, they'll still look slim, but then they got that gut. That's what that is. That's a lot of dudes who was used to having a fast metabolism, eat whatever they want, but they didn't really work out like that. And then it caught up to them. Your metabolism never stays fast, just like you never stay young. You remember that and you accept all those things and you move accordingly, you'll be fine. I'm not saying you're going to have a physique of a god. That's not possible. I'm just saying we're talking about being healthy. And what I didn't finish is the number one sign to knowing when someone isn't taking their health. Well, I won't say this. This is my personal opinion. This is in fact, but a tall tale. Well, let me not say that. A way you can notice if someone isn't necessarily taking themselves seriously as far as what they consume and to how they work out is going to be their face. It's always the face.
The face?
It starts with the face first. When the face starts to get bloated, now see, the rest of the body might be fine, but it's going to be soon following, especially in a man. It starts in right here, starts to swell up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then it's going to start to move to the gut. So all my people out there, if you start seeing that face start to swell up or bloat at certain times, that means one of two things. You need to change your diet.
Have you seen anybody lately
eat less,
type of side
work
effect?
out more? Well, perfect example, and I'm not even trying to transition to this. Think about what happened with AB. What was the first tall tale sign we saw when that man stopped working out? That man's face was like this. But it started with the face, and then it went to the gut.
And can't AB like eat.
But hey, yo, AB, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to come AB, but you know what I'm saying? AB, obviously, that's my guy.
Talk it. What happened with Broner? Oh, my bad. Broner leaves BLK. Talk to us, Flu. This is your guy.
We don't ever be in order. We let the things flow. Broner ain't with BLK Prime no more. He was talking all that mess that people talking about. He ain't broke no more. He was flexing the figures, the deals. And this is where you got to give Terrence Crawford credit, right? Terrence Crawford, he's the dude where he don't talk that much. They say that ended up messing up his career and, he's not as big as Earl and all this type of stuff. But one thing he's always about is his brand. He makes sure he gets paid. And he's been getting paid the way he's supposed to be getting paid from the year. BLK Prime as of now, we don't know if they serious or not. We don't know if they a fluke. As of right now, they look like a fluke. But the one person who got paid is Terrence. He got his money. Adrien Broner came in and he's like, man, I got my my 4-fight deal. All this, I'm getting all this money. He said he's officially parting ways with BLK Prime. He said we had to split ways. They didn't deliver. They didn't give me the fight I wanted. And now this is the crazy part. This is where you can argue whether or not Adrien Broner was actually going to get paid his money. This is where you can argue. They postponed the fight, and they had a new fight date scheduled, right? But yeah, AB still went ahead and said, "Hey, yo, look, I'm out of here." So one or two things: either they told AB, "Look, we're going to postpone this fight to this date, but we don't have an opponent for you yet, and we're going to try and find you one." Which, to me, I don't think AB would have backed out. Or two, they told AB, "Hey, look, if we can't find you an opponent for this next date, we can't pay you." So I don't know what it was, but if there's one thing about AB, he's never one to turn down big money when it comes to fighting. So I'm trying to figure out, why would he all of a sudden part ways with BLK Prime, who officially offered him the biggest bag he'll ever get? Because he's not going to get that anywhere else. He's officially a free agent now. So he can sign with Eddie Hearn. He can sign with Top Rank. He can sign with PBC again. You know, he can sign with Golden Boy Promotions, which a lot of people tried to speculate that Terrence Crawford is signing with Golden Boy. But I know that was, people, cap. But with AB doing this, is AB's career done? And I don't want to make this, I don't want to be long winded on AB because that's not what it's going to be about. Because we got to talk about Gervonta Ryan, all this good stuff. But do you think AB's career is officially done? Do you think the only person that's going to offer him a bag that makes sense is going to be a promotional company that's basically going to be like, I'm going to feed you to my youngin so they can make a name off of you? Because that's kind of like, what you think?
Boys coming at AB. Like, is this
His best option was Bill K. Prom. Bill K. Prom was going to treat him like a king. Hey, we're going to pay you this money and we're going to give you the fight you want. Now you in the deep end. Now you in the ocean with the sharks. Golden Boy Promotion, they'll offer you a bag, but you won't have to fight someone like Victor Ortiz. They want to make a name off of you. Eddie Hearn will offer you a bag, but they want you to fight someone like Conor Benn, make a name off of you. PBC probably not even gonna offer you nothing.
Nah, you calling Leather me a bitch ass nigga? He's cooked.
Top Rank, they'll offer you a bag, but they'll be like, okay, well, nigga, you got to fight. I don't know who they got 147 right now. I'm being disrespectful because I know they got someone, but it's not coming to mind. But they gonna be like, hey, yo, you gotta, make a name off of this dude. You know what I'm saying? So
could be Benavidez.
AB is in a bad position. He a free agent, but he's not in the same class right now that Deontay Wilder is right now. Deontay Wilder is a free agent, and he's in the best position possible being a free agent. Right? Because
he can make any fight.
Exactly. And majority of the people who want to fight him is very small and few. The only people calling out Deontay Wilder right now is Andy Ruiz and, Usyk somewhat. You know what I'm saying? But that's probably not going to happen because Usyk and Fury is that's going to happen. Mostly. Not even AJ's calling him out, but yeah, go ahead.
Are you afraid of the fourth fight if Wilder and them fight? And Fury beats Usyk this time around. Are you nervous?
Well, I think the fourth fight only happens if Wilder gets the fight that he needs to have for people to give him the attention he still deserves. Because he still has the attention. I'm not saying he doesn't, but he's still one fight away from the fourth fight between Fury and Deontay Wilder to even make sense. You know what I'm saying?
So it has to be against somebody like AJ, in your opinion, or Usyk?
No. I think it could be against Andy Ruiz because, the thing about Andy Ruiz is he does have that win over Joshua, and Joshua has lost his last two fights. So the prestige around Joshua isn't the same. Like, Wilder doesn't need to fight Joshua for Fury and Wilder to be a big fight for the fourth fight. If Wilder starches Ruiz and Fury beats Usyk, the next biggest fight to make is Fury versus Wilder. And some people will probably argue with me, but I don't think it's AJ. AJ's fighting, right? He's going to be fighting this year, and he's fighting Jermaine Franklin, the guy who lost to Derek Chisora. It doesn't make any sense.
Why does he make? Yeah, I know why he's fighting.
I'm sorry, not Derek Chisora, Dillian White. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
But we know why he's doing that, though. It's a confidence booster, bro. He lost your two last fights. You need to be able to get your rhythm back, figure out what type of game or what type of boxer you're going to be when you go fight somebody big next. Because you can't go to another big nigga after losing 2 times. You know what I'm saying? So
but you can't convince me, though, that AJ, he's the make or break, person for Wilder and Fury to fight. Like, no one has to fight AJ anymore, in my opinion.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying this. People will still want to watch it because people still love AJ and hate Wilder that much to see AJ still win that and say he might beat the bum up because he doesn't have quote unquote all his boxing skills, right? But if Wilder beds him by like the 7-6 round, bro, bitch beds him like, he out. He just get memed up, bro, like crazy. That Wilder Fury fight gonna be top, nigga. Because he gonna probably fight him overseas. He knocked that nigga out like, bow. He like, oh, he just go out like that. And Eddie Hearn over there just like this. Like, it's just iconic pictures everywhere. He just flatlined that man. All the UK dudes is like crying. Like, he just beating on his chest. On God, Fury. And Fury there too. And then he come to the ring. He like, I'll beat you. And they just get to talking. The fight is made, in my opinion. I
agree. No. I agree with you where if Wilder starts AJ, Fury versus Wilder 4 is the biggest fight ever. In to if he starches Ruiz, Fury versus Wilder 4 is a big fight, right? I agree with you with that. The reason why I don't see that happening, and not Wilder starching AJ, but AJ and Wilder even happening, is because
Eddie Hearn don't
what?
want that.
Not even well, yeah. Also, though, what does Eddie Hearn benefit from this? Who
Nothing.
is his only the only guy Eddie Hearn has right now with Matchroom that's making a ridiculous amount of money is
Canelo.
Canelo and AJ. It's reported that supposedly Canelo was taking a pay cut to stay with Matchroom, obviously because Matchroom DAZN is not doing what they were supposed to be doing. You know, a lot of people are speculating right now, and it's not even rumor, to be honest with you. DAZN is in debt. They've lost a lot of money. So for Eddie Hearn and his team, like you're already seeing it, you already said it. Like we've already discussed it. AJ is fighting Jermaine Franklin, right? He's not taking another chance to fight Dillian White. Doesn't make sense. Why would he fight an American who's not that known in comparison to someone like Dillian White, who that's a way bigger fight in the UK?
Because he look, AJ ego is still high because he in his brain thinks like I'm supposed to still have the belts. I critically made certain mistakes that led me to lose. I didn't think I lost the first fight. He does not think that. And in the second fight, when it was split decision.
Are you talking about with who Usyk?
Usyk, yeah, it was split decision.
No. I'm pretty sure it was a majority. I can't remember, to be honest
One
with
of
you.
them,
But
both of them were close though. But I'm just saying he lost them, right? So I'm saying his ego still thinking like I'm here, right? Dillian White's not with those guys up there. No disrespect to him. He's just not up there with those guys. So with that being said, I'm like, he's like, why would I fight him for, even though he might be the B-level fighter that's more known, why would I want to fight him again where I can get me a tune-up fight that's less, probably riskier, just to get my belt? People gonna tune in. I'm gonna come in here, probably work on my shit, maybe knock the young bull out, and then
still
I'm
be
gonna
able to
figure
get a
out
big
who.
fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out who I'm gonna fight next because my name still rings bells. And all you gotta do is talk. If AJ gets to talking crazy, he kind of starts losing his accent. He starts trying to talk Americanized and all that.
Like
Then
after that Usyk loss, when he grabbed his belts and threw them on, he was so disrespectful to Usyk.
he was
I was like,
disrespectful.
okay, I was like that's that AJ they were talking about came from the streets, because that was crazy.
He was acting out because I remember he was like, bro, you didn't see what he did. I'm like, what did you mean? He's like, bro, just go on YouTube, bro. And then he was just up there just talking. I was like, wow, he just raining on this nigga parade.
Gave a whole speech. He was like, where I came from, and they wouldn't even expect me here, while holding his belt. I'm like, bro, that's not your belts, bro. Like Usyk
You
is
see
over
what
there
I'm
like,
saying, though? He feels like I'm supposed to be the champ. Why am I fighting Dillian White? He should not even touch the belts. You
yeah, he
get what
probably
I'm saying?
doesn't have any respect for Dillian. He probably did that in
Bro,
retirement.
did you
Let
see how Fury beat him, though? Like, look, I know Dillian's your boy, but Tyson Fury did that man so disrespectful, bro. It was crazy
let,
what I saw.
let me add this too when it comes to the AJ situation, where it's like, well, actually, it's more of a question. Do you think Eddie Hearn would be even willing to, let's say AJ goes in, beats Jermaine Franklin, knocks him out, does easy work of him, right? Do you even think if there was a possibility of a Deontay Wilder AJ fight, would they even make that happen? Would he even be willing to put AJ in that position? Because I honestly don't think they would. I think Eddie Hearn, his whole motive would more so be, I want to try and get AJ that Tyson Fury fight. I think that's what their eyes are set on. And they do, and I think they do believe that there's a big possibility AJ can still get that fight. And the reason why I say that is because I don't know what's going on, but Usyk versus Tyson Fury, we may not get that. We may not get that when we expect it. I know they're talking about this is the next fight, all the type of things. I wouldn't be surprised if AJ fights Jermaine Franklin, and then now what Tyson Fury always does, he's gonna be like, Usyk, you didn't take you wanted 50-50, all that. I'm gonna go fight this bum AJ. Because remember, Tyson Fury cannot fight outside the states. So we have to remember how hard Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 4 is going to be. But I still think at some point it does get made, before both of them retire. But I think that's the last fight for both of them to make. So I do think there's going to be a possibility for AJ to fight Tyson Fury, because he always somehow is able to get these type of fights.
You got to remember, it's a big fight to make, and
Probably the biggest. AJ versus Tyson Fury is a bigger fight than
But you
Usyk
say
versus
it's gonna
Tyson
be hard
Fury.
to be
That's just a
made,
fact.
but it's not though, because Deontay Wilder can just sign one fight deals until he gets a Fury fight, and then they can just, you feel me, go fight in Saudi Arabia or somewhere, be good, right?
But this is the thing. What were you talking about for Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury to happen? The fourth? Yeah, but you have to understand though, there's going to be a big back and forth when it comes to money on that fight. There's
Can't
going to
be
be
too much though, because I'm like,
there's
shit,
going
that
to
nigga
be.
got the belts.
It doesn't matter. There's still going to be a back and forth because the number one heavyweight is Tyson Fury and the number two heavyweight is Deontay Wilder. I'm not talking about belts. I'm not talking about record. I'm talking about visibility, eyes, what people want to see. Tyson Fury versus Usyk is not going to draw as much attention as Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 4. Tyson Fury versus Usyk is not going to draw as much attention as Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Tyson Fury versus Usyk is not going to draw as much attention as Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. We all know Usyk is the guy that can possibly beat everyone, but unfortunately, his his visibility factor is the lowest. So that's always going to play against him. And that's just a fact. So with that being the case, AJ and his team know that, Deontay Wilder and his team know that. And so what's in them, and Tyson Fury and his team know that. That's why they're saying, Usyk, you're not going to get a 50-50 fight with us as far as the money. You have to be willing to accept. That's what his pops was just saying. You have to accept where you at, where your place is. And they still don't have a date set for that.
So you're saying that they pump faking?
I think it's all just, unfortunately, Usyk is in the worst position out of every heavyweight because he's the most skilled and he's probably the most dangerous. But if you lose to Usyk, AJ is the only person who could probably recover from losing to Usyk, which is weird. But it's just because, he was built up in such a prestige way that AJ versus Wilder is still a big fight and AJ versus Fury is still a big fight, even though he's lost to Usyk. Bigger fights than Usyk versus, which is crazy, but that's just how the game goes. So I'm like, that's just that's what I personally think. But with Saudi Arabia, but you're right though, with Saudi Arabia now being a new factor and a new play, we probably will see some fights happen that we didn't expect. At least on Tyson Fury's side, because Tyson Fury, no, he can't go to the States now, but as you can see with Tommy Fury versus Jake Paul, they can go to Saudi Arabia, make a shitload of money, and put on the fights that we didn't expect to happen.
Hey, talk about that a little bit, because I heard somebody say that it shouldn't have been a split decision. What do you think about that? Give me your take, please.
I thought it should have been a split decision. I thought Tommy Fury did win because it was only 8 rounds. I had Tommy Fury, I think, winning like 5 rounds, and then I had Jake Paul winning 3. Kind of a toss up, and then Jake Paul got a knockdown in the last round, so that makes it about 5-4. So I can see how it could have been a split decision. I can see how someone could give it to Jake Paul. It was an exciting fight in the moment, but like when you rewatch it, it was a terrible boxing match. Very low level.
Very low level.
Yeah, I don't like how people were like hyping up, like, oh my god, such high level skill levels of boxing. Who would have thought, Jake? I was like, no, it was very, very low level. I'm like, these guys were fighting at 183. So these are potential light heavyweights. Like they would, like
they're getting knocked out.
Very low level boxing in my opinion.
Do you think Tommy Fury won? Is the question.
Yeah. Okay. I had a 5-3 Tommy with the knockdown from Jake Paul, make it 5-4, so he still wins. I do think if Jake Paul had some better coaches, because he was being pretty predictable how he was setting up his shots, I think he could have landed some big shots on Fury because Fury was fighting pretty defensively reckless, and he got caught with some pretty big shots that he was able to roll with. But I think that's just because Jake Paul was a little surprised that he caught him with some of those shots. I think if Jake Paul was able to utilize some feints, jab, he was doing a good job jabbing to the body and doing body work. But the thing is like you don't just do that to score points. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to utilize that when it's effective. Now that's when you throw your signature shot. That's when he's expecting you to do something, and then you do what you were trying to do the whole entire time. But you can tell he's so young in the game. Everything he was doing was kind of like he was thinking about it. Like, all right, they're telling me go to the body, let me go to the body. Rather than it's like, no, go to the body to set up your overhand right. They're telling me to jab more, let me jab more. No, you jab more so you can counteract his jab. So now you can counter when he's trying to return his jab for your overhand right. Like everything's supposed to set up the most powerful shot. But you know what I'm saying? If you're not in there for a long time, been there, it's like it's hard. You're really just going, you're listening to your corner. And he was doing a good job doing that. It just unfortunately didn't follow up. Because I thought actually the timing between the two, I thought Jake Paul had better timing.
It's crazy, bro, because I feel like you could be somebody's coach, bro. It's crazy just how you be breaking things down. Sound like if you was in that corner, he'd had a better opportunity to probably get a knockout.
But but really it comes down to, because I thought their corner was saying all the right things, but it's just like Jake Paul he's so green. It's like he had done it.
So
Like
green.
he was listening to his corner, which was beautiful. It's like he didn't really understand the nuances of what they were telling him to do and why. It's like they're telling you to go. They're telling you to do this because you're having success, but your success is always supposed to set up your signature shot. So do what's successful while still looking to do that, and then set up what needs to be set up. Your jab's working, but if your best thing is your left hook, you're utilizing that jab, so you're looking for the opening for the left hook. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
They're saying, hey, go to the body, go to the body, go to the body. You're going to the body enough to, at some point, throw that left hook. Because that's what's going to catch you. That's what's going to throw you off guard. You could tell he was just kind of doing things because that's what he was being told. And then there would be such an inconsistency where, all right, now it's not working the way I want it to. I'm just going to throw that overhand right. And it was like, okay, it's mad predictable. So it was a cool little fight. I just think the experiment's over, which is good.
I don't agree with you. I think Jake Paul is going to come back even harder than ever. He's going to
knock that man out to oblivion.
He's going to knock him out. And then he's going to say, look, he's going to have some type of story. During that time, I was going through this and that.
No, he did say that. He said his loss. He said he had an injury. He was sick. So
come on, man. You talking about I'm glad it's over. It's not over, nigga. You saw how Logan Paul was talking about Fury. It ain't over. Money's to be made.
He fought in Saudi Arabia. That was his first time fighting out of the States.
That is the first play of the money play. They about to get buku money the next time, right? Because he lost and he's talking about all this and he's gonna talk and he's gonna ramp up his shit talking, and then Tommy Fury's gonna talk up, bro. Tommy, the Fury, anybody that's cool with the Furies, bro, they know how to talk some cash, right? You got Billy Joe Saunders jumping off balconies because Deontay Wilder wasn't having it. You know what I'm saying?
R.I.P. to Billy Joe's career, by the way.
Ain't seen him since second ever beat. You said it's all because what you said. He got older and them carbs got to that belly, that face is a wrap.
All right, to burn that joint off.
But it's the same thing with no disrespect, but Harden. You know what I'm saying? He got injured. He probably still was eating lobsters and shrimps and steaks.
Well, you said who?
Harden.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Hart. Nigga. I was like, wait, you talking about who you talking about? Kevin Hart, man? Oh, but Harden, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like he just he still can play, but the tween ain't the same. Like before, he used to be like, I was like, ooh, okay. Like now it's like I don't know, bro. It just ain't
his athleticism slowing down, bro. I'm like, you can't keep. I'm like, look, man. Like, hey, you made your money. You did what you did, but you can't always just come and get into shape by playing the game. When you get older, you can't do that no more. And it's like it's damn noticeable with James Harden. That's why, to me personally, I love Joel Embiid, but the combination of James Harden and Joel Embiid is just not a good combination because you got two guys who don't work the hardest, and they're going to rely too much on their talent, and that's going to catch up to them. And they're always going to in the playoffs.
You know what really messed Philly up is them picking Ben Simmons over Jimmy Butler. That's where they messed up.
Well, some would argue, man, did they really? And I'm not saying, yeah, I agree with you, but then some would also say, well, Jimmy Butler, he falling off. Like, he not who he is anymore. And it's not because of work ethic.
Who got to a finals and who didn't? That's really what needs to be said. Who got to a finals and who didn't? Ain't none of them MVPs. So it don't matter. All I'm saying is Jimmy Butler with Embiid would have been insane. Just because Jimmy Butler's on that selfless shit anyway. So it's like Embiid gonna be doing exactly what he's doing. Only thing with Jimmy Butler is if they still would have got Maxey, that'd have been great. Because Maxey could have been that just second option, and then he'd be the third or the second, whatever, depending on how he feeling. But
I agree with that.
Jimmy Butler just can't be the second option all the time because he can't be going games when you only scoring 4 points. Like, you're going to have some real dogs around you that's scoring for you to do that. You can't rely on Embiid all game. Like, that's not going to work. But if he has Maxey going crazy, then it'll work. I'm just saying, if you put Jimmy Butler over there and put Harden with the Rockets, it'd probably be better for both teams right now because Bam and James Harden would go crazy. That pick and roll would be unstoppable. Just because he's trying to rim run and catch lobs. That's what James loved to throw. With Embiid, he has to low-key. He can throw a lob here and there, but he's really just giving Embiid the ball and getting out the way. Or just kind of giving it to him in his spot and he just go to work. You know what I mean? He's not catching no lobs. He's not rim running to like dunk.
I agree with that. I can't dispute that. I just my thing because I'm like, go ahead.
My bad.
Go ahead.
Just last point. Jimmy don't mind throwing it in there because Jimmy's on some selfless shit anyway. He's like, I want to give you the ball so I can get an easier bucket by maybe backdooring this nigga. He not looking. You look over the shoulder, boom, easy little layup, 2 points. Like Jimmy makes the game easier. Like he doesn't really have a flashy game. He's not coming down like beep, 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 beep. Like he not doing all that.
But like I would argue, I'm like, do you think what's the success difference that will happen having Jimmy Butler instead of Ben Simmons? Because I'm like, do you think Jimmy Butler's a better player or a better?
It's not about playing at that point. It's about who inspires who to do what.
Well, I'm not gonna say, but do you think he's a better fit than a Ben Simmons or a James Harden? Like, do you think they go farther with the Jimmy Butler with the Joel Embiid? Because I think Joel Embiid is a great player. I just think he's a little bit overhyped because Joel Embiid has shown at times to, I'm like, we get on Ben Simmons, we get on James Harden, but he's shown at times to not really care. When it gets to a certain point, my guy checks out.
All I'm saying is the best time I seen Embiid playing, even though he's been playing phenomenal in the regular season, postseason was when Jimmy Butler and them was on the team and they were like, why hit every part of the rim shot away from going to overtime and possibly getting to the finals. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is they were in better shape. And think about it, it was Kawhi and them niggas won the championship. It ain't like they lost to a team that didn't end up winning it. You know what I'm saying? They lost to a team and they haven't been in that position again, besides Trae Young and them. And Ben Simmons just didn't deliver. I'm not going to blame it all on him. I'm just saying they didn't go nowhere. So I'm saying, one, I just feel like it was different. Like, you feel me? Like, we knew, like, if he missed that shot, Philly probably going to win in overtime. For real.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. But I'm like, in that regard, they just lost the game after that. They ended up losing by like 10 points or something. Just because of that play. It just, I don't know, had everybody just going crazy for some reason. So
I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I guess my biggest argument is, and maybe it's not even an argument, I'm just saying, as much as, yes, James Harden definitely has fall off, I still think, and Joel Embiid, he's in the MVP conversation, but it's just when I watch Joel Embiid play, it's just, and I hate to say this, but it's just the truth. When I watch Jokic play in comparison to Embiid, I see Jokic somebody who's always giving his 100% and always wants to really get that dub. When I watch Joel Embiid, sometimes I'd be like, man, when it gets to a certain point and it feels like there's no chance, he just kind of checks out. And that's what makes me be like, man, how much trust can I have into you?
But I'm saying this, though. There's been players like that in history that's always had somebody else to help them and then get right. Like Lamar Odom with Kobe, bro. Lamar played some of his best basketball with Kobe, right? As soon as he left, his career just, you feel me? It's just, when you don't have that certain person to really be like, yo, this is what's going on. Like Jimmy Butler working hard. He really going in. He really like take it serious. Like he just not overly talented, right? He doesn't have a real split act as a jumper. His jumper's really mid-range-esque. You get what I'm saying? So it's like he might not get off all the time because he's just setting everybody up. He's not tripping about the points or whatever. But when Jimmy get on, Jimmy can go get 40. I've seen it multiple times. So we can't act like he's not big time.
I'm not saying he's not big time. I'm just saying Do you really think there will be a difference in the success level
Embiid would
where
have went to a finals by at least by now, by one time. He'd have been there one time if Jimmy stayed and they'd have just got rid of Ben Simmons. They'd have let Ben Simmons just leave and they're like, look, Jimmy, we gonna give you 100,000. Save money by not giving them all that money, right? Just give them the 100,000. And then they can probably use that extra 70 million they gave to Ben on another player to bring in that could help them out scoring wise or whatever. And then you got your team. I think it works.
I don't know, man. I guess for me, I just don't believe in
It's just crazy because you was talking so highly for Jimmy Butler for like 2 years in a row in the offs, and it's just like, why wouldn't it be different when Embiid? He
I'm
had
not saying it's
Bam.
about Jimmy Butler. That's my point though. I'm not saying it's about it. I'm just it's my question and more so
I just think he's inspired.
Embiid.
That's all I'm saying. I think he
I don't
inspires
disagree
Embiid
with
to
that. I
take
just
on.
don't think it's to the point where we're going to see this drastic change and all of a sudden we see Embiid and Butler going to the finals, winning the chip, or even going to the finals. Period.
But
That's how
like,
I feel.
you can't talk about Joker like he's done something though. He ain't done nothing in the postseason. He ain't done
It's a good
nothing.
point. But they ain't
Like
never had no one like a Jimmy Butler, or James Harden, or even a Ben Simmons.
Jamal Murray's better than Ben Simmons.
But he's been injured, so it's like we really don't know that.
I'm taking Jamal Murray over that
I
nigga.
am too, but at the same time, you're also taking someone who just ain't really been available.
I'm gonna take Michael Porter Jr. over him too.
It's crazy.
Over Ben Simmons,
And you're talking about another person who's mad injured too
he been playing this year though.
this year. But both of the players we're talking about has been injured, if not just as much more than Ben Simmons. You feel me? I'm like Ben Simmons. What Ben Simmons has accomplished in the NBA to this point is way more than what both of them combined has accomplished. This is a fact.
Well, I don't know their accolades, so I can't say he has or he hasn't. But what I will say is now, talking today, Ben Simmons is just, he got to find his way back to where he was or better.
That's the thing, though. He don't have Ben Simmons now. He has James Harden, which is better than all three of them. You feel me? And we
Than
still
Jimmy
talking the
Butler?
same talk.
Than Jimmy Butler?
No, I'm talking about James Harden's better than Ben Simmons, Jamal Murray, and Michael Porter Jr. So I'm like, Joel Embiid has somebody there, had a Jimmy Butler, and he ain't been he's been just as successful as Joker is basically what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, like, they
With
both just
with
ain't
a
done
better
nothing.
second guy or first guy, depending on how you want to look at it.
I'm just saying they both not winning. So it's like ain't none of them, you know what I mean? Like one got 2 MVPs and ain't got nowhere in the last 2 years. And the other one supposed to get MVP and he's only gotten to the second round. They just not, it's not like they both not doing nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like we worried about Giannis, but he don't get no love. Giannis don't get no love. And none
Well,
of the niggas.
he's the go to the East right now. He's the new LeBron of the East.
No, but they don't treat him like it, bro. Bro, when the last time you heard anybody talking in the tablets talking about, yeah, Giannis, they probably going back to the finals. They're not even talking like that, bro. They talking about Boston and who else over there? Damn. I'm missing it. Philly.
Boston, obviously talking
They
about
say
Philly. They're kind of talking about Miami, but not, you know what I'm saying? Not like they really should be
Cleveland.
talking about them. You said who?
Cleveland.
They ain't really talking about Cleveland like that, though.
But they not talking about Giannis enough. Like, it's not going to just... Like, bro, his team is perfect. Drew Holiday literally just beat the Suns, bro. Ripped that nigga Booker for game again. Like, bro, his team is A1 day one. And he going to keep going hard like that. They going to keep playing hard. Like, bro, Middleton is going to get back into the lineup eventually. And he's going to play good games. That's just how he plays. He doesn't play over rush. He has a mid-range. He can shoot the three. He plays some defense. Like, that's going to be great for them. And he's coming in with 30 points. Come on,
What was crazy to me about that is the reason I feel like they're not really giving Milwaukee love is because, one, compared to everything else, is a small market, right? Yeah. Like if we're talking about Boston's a big market, you know what I'm saying, championships, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? If we're talking about, you know what I'm saying, the 76ers, you know, big market, at least a bigger market than the Milwaukee Bucks. You know what I'm saying? A lot of money behind that. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about even Miami Heat, you know what I'm saying, got some history when it comes to back that. Like, yeah, obviously the Bucks, they've done and they made their standpoint, they done what they done, but it's like at the end of the day, for some reason, because they are such a small market, they're always going to be overlooked. Even though Giannis, in my personal opinion, to an extent,
The best
he's
player
the
in the
GOAT.
L.
He's the GOAT in the East at the very least. I'm like, no one's better than Giannis in the East. Like the fact that they got Joel Embiid, they're talking about the fact that they talk about Joel Embiid and Jason Tatum more than Giannis is crazy to me.
Bro, they talk about them too like they've done something.
Because I'm like, they're not even like me personally. I'm like, they're not even on their level. Like that's wild.
Bro, I don't look and Flu. We didn't see a lot of basketball. I'm not trying to say Giannis is just better than this person or that person, but I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of finals, and I've never seen somebody drop a 50-point triple-double game 7 for the Smallywop. I've never seen that, bro. And make all these free throws the whole season. Remember, that was the year they was counting. The 10, 11. They was on his head, bro. He was out there airballing. He was barely hitting the rim. He was out there smoking them. Came up there 17 for 18. Hold that. Game time. That's really legendary. And they not giving him the ease, bro. They saying like, he could lose. Jason Tatum's a bad boy. Jaylen Brown is going crazy. They don't want, Giannis don't have no answer for him. I'm like, wow. Because what I'm looking at this year, when he beats Boston, bro, it's going to be on some LeBron James 2018 when they thought he wasn't going to get to the finals because Kyrie and all, Dwayne Wade, everybody left, the D-Rose, everything got traded. They said the season was over. Remember, he got to the finals, bro, and beat Boston game 7. Exactly what's going to happen. Giannis going to go crazy game 7. They're going to win. Get back to the finals.
But see, the thing is, Boston is overrated. The thing that a lot of people aren't talking about with Boston is they doing all this amazing shit. I seen Charles Barkley talk about this on First, or when he's talking to Stephen A. Smith. I'm like, Boston, they showing love. Like, look, Boston was going to be a top 10 top team regardless, but they replaced their coach. Let's see if this rookie coach is going to be able to make these adjustments and be actually viable when it comes to the playoffs. Because playing a 7-game series against a team is totally different. Like, they can have a who's player. Like, just like look at the Brooklyn Nets, right? They replaced Steven Nash. Jacques Vaughn ends up coming in there. By the way, Jacques Vaughn does not have a good, like when it comes to his record, previously coaching, not very good with Orlando. Did bad. They're winning games. They're in the top seed. As soon as they're gone, now they're losing games, right? I'm not saying that has anything to do with how good of a coach he is. I'm just saying your talent carries you far when it comes to the regular season, especially now in the NBA, right? So I'm like, the Boston Celtics team, who they have together, they're going to be a top 3 seed team in the regular season, even if their coach is, I'm saying, Shaquille O'Neal or some shit, right? Someone who doesn't know what they're doing. When it comes to the playoffs, now it's not just about your talent, but it's also about the adjustments you make. So I'm like, I personally think, everyone's high on the Celtics. I don't think they're going to do as well as they did last year because I'm not saying that he's not a good coach. He's seasoned enough so when they get to a 7-game series, game 6, game 7, game 5, he needs to make a certain adjustment. Will he have, the know-how and the right idea or game plan is set to make sure they get that W, not just based off their talent, but based off of what rotations he makes, based off of what plays he calls, etc. That's what I think. And that's where I think Milwaukee's definitely going to have the edge.
I think Milwaukee's going to be good because Milwaukee against Miami, that's easy for Milwaukee. They're just too big. They're just too diverse. Got too much defense. All their scorers on Miami not going to be able to go crazy. Tyler Hero's not going to do much against Drew for real. Like,
yeah, Miami, they come on, man. Miami's going to, at some point, they're going to have to rebuild. I'm like, they got Kevin Love in a buyout. Like, that's going to do something.
Like, Atlanta, Toronto, Washington, like teams like that. Like, Milwaukee is good. But Boston against Miami could lose.
I can see that.
Atlanta could sneak them.
I don't know about Atlanta. I don't have faith in Atlanta after them.
Toronto,
Nate fired. I don't have faith in Toronto either. I think the East is a lot. I think the East is a lot more top heavy than it seems. Like a lot of them have good records, but I think the only ones that really have a chance of doing something in the East right now, is the guys we'd already talked about: Bucks, Philly, Boston, Cleveland. Everyone outside of that is like, yeah. While the West, in my opinion, the West is way more wide open.
Hey, but Cleveland might go, bro. I know
you doubting.
I know you doubting, but I really look at who you guys have. Garland in Mitchell is a good backcourt because if Mitchell starts getting on BS, I feel like Garden won't allow it. It's gonna be like, nah, nigga, get off that pill. Before Mike Conley old ass, he can't tell that nigga not to keep getting the ball. And Rudy Gobert don't even score.
Well, I have complete faith in Mitchell. I was talking about that shit out in Mitchell to go.
Nah, it's crazy because you was talking so bad, and I was like, nah, bro, it's a good trade. Hell no. And it's crazy. You're not wrong, no, because I'm like Sexton and Marketing are hooping. So it's like you can look at it as like, look, we would have been good if we'd have just kept them.
But they ain't doing what Mitchell's doing. Mitchell's on another level. Mitchell is a superstar, legitimate.
The Jazz gave Sexton that money, so I gotta respect him.
Hey man, Jazz, do what you do. I'm like, we got Sexton. I ain't tripping about it. I mean, we got Mitchell. I ain't even tripping about it, bro. I'm like, Mitchell is really like he proved me wrong to a whole nother level, bro.
And it's crazy. I was telling you he was cold. You're like, no, bro. Now I don't think
I knew he was cold. I knew he was cold. I just didn't. I didn't think he would be doing this because he didn't even do that. What he's doing right now with us, he wasn't even doing with the Jazz, bro. Like he's
happier, bro. He has better players around him. He's like
a top. He's at least a top 8 player right now in the league.
He's not better than Dame. And it's crazy. You was just talking about how Dame was better than Steph.
I said top 8 though, bro.
How Dame was better than Steph, and then the
nigga Steph Curry's not a top 8 player right now this season.
You're not listening to me. You just said that Dame was better than Steph, and then the nigga goes drop 71 points. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. That's crazy.
That nigga heard me. He said, "Oh, hold on, Fluke said that." Let me back up his argument real quick.
Nigga really hit 13 threes, bro. Only missed 9.
I told you, and then what I also say, I was like, who would I pick as a better shooter? I said Dame. I'm like, we be gassing Steph. Steph has always had a gang. Steph's had a good team around him since he's been in the league, bro. Dame's best player that he's been with, bro, is CJ McCollum. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, bro, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's like CJ McCollum's not better than Clay.
You don't have no big man.
He's definitely not better than KD. He's definitely not better than Andre Iguodala. You know what I'm saying? Steph has been blessed with a team around him 24/7. Let Dame be on that Golden State team. You telling me he's not the best shooter ever that we're talking about now?
He's going stupid, bro. He's already getting 13 threes on his own. He not getting no Draymond screens. He not getting double pin down, chase down, split acts. That nigga literally is creating all his threes off his own dribble.
Let Steph have a As much as I don't like Draymond Green, let Steph have a Draymond Green, bro. I'm sorry. Let Damian Lillard have a Draymond Green. Like, what are we even talking about? A player that all his whole entire life is his whole entire living and being in basketball is to set up him. That's it. I just gotta make sure Damian Lillard gets his shots. That's Draymond Green's whole entire being as a career. I gotta make sure Steph get his shots. How can I put Steph in the best position to get a shot? How can I put Clay in the best position to get a shot?
Is Kyrie better than Steph? We talking about just skill for skill eye test?
Nah, bro.
Damn, that's crazy.
You know how I feel about Kyrie, man. Like, Kyrie is a good player, but
we're not talking about no accolades. We talking about skill for skill.
No, I'm not talking about accolades. I know. I'm like Kyrie is a absolute dog, but nah, bro.
I disagree. I'm going with Reed, man. That boy Steph can't guard Kyrie to save his life, boy.
Kyrie can't guard Steph.
All I know is one got a game winner on the other when it mattered.
I don't care about none of that. I'm telling you right now, I'm picking Dame over both.
That's fair. That's not a bad. I like Dame. Dame coming down punching on you. He really coming down. He was coming down like punching on that game. Did you see the highlights?
Yeah, I'm like, the thing about Kyrie and Steph is just, I don't know, man. If they don't got the right people around them, they'll get exposed. You know what I'm saying? Steph, he's smart enough to stay in Golden State and have the right people around him, so we haven't really seen that.
What do you mean he's smart? Why would he leave? It's his team. Who leaves their own team?
But what I'm saying is, like, Dame has been on Portland, ain't had the right people around him. He's consistently did what he did. That's why I give so much respect to Westbrook, too. Like, I'm taking Westbrook over Kyrie and Steph. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, it's obvious, and especially in their primes, I can have Westbrook on my team, bro, and have nobody else surrounding them. and we still probably got a chance for the playoffs. I can't say the same thing about Kyrie. I can't say the same thing about Steph.
That's fair.
I can say that about Westbrook and Dame, though. They finna do what it do.
And Dame might have the upper hand. We talking about just because Dame was going at them niggas in that series. That series was lit.
This is my, as much as I love Dame, this is my argument where I might pick Westbrook. Westbrook in his prime. I don't know if anybody touching Westbrook, bro. I don't give a fuck if you don't got that shot. Westbrook's dog was ridiculous. The same way I'm like, yo, prime Derrick Rose beats all of them.
He's the MVP though, because that 31-10-10 season is
Talk
legendary.
about it.
I watched that whole season for the most part, bro.
That's why we love Derrick Rose so much, because his MVP season is like, bro, like that shit is untouchable. So it's like, why don't we look at Westbrook the same? It's just because, you know what I'm saying? He had that, you know, people just, they never liked him. Ever since KD left him, they never liked him. We had Dub in the bill, still with it, Dub.
What's up, Dub? Nah, they don't like him, bro. Like low key, I say this. It's harder to defend Westbrook at times more than it was to defend Kobe. Just because it's like when I get to talking about Westbrook, bro, people be talking about his IQ is the lowest. He's trash. He can't shoot. I wouldn't take him. I'm thinking like, damn, like I've never heard nobody ever average no triple-double 3 seasons in a row. They didn't miss the playoffs and had 2 players play with him that were MVP top 5 candidates. Like Paul George was an MVP candidate that year. People forget though.
But it's weird to me when it comes to Westbrook is when it talks about his accolades, they try to make it seem like he's watered down. Oh, he getting a triple-double each season because he was able to do it. That shit made it easy. But it's like, who else has done it since you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Joker's doing it. You see what they're doing?
That's what I was going to say. I was going to be like, but we praise Joker for getting the triple-doubles, and he's about to repeat for the 3rd time as an MVP. But he ain't done shit in the playoffs, and no one wants to talk about that. So I don't even know how we got here, but I'm like, if I had Westbrook, Dame, Steph, Kyrie lined up, and we're talking about prime, I'm taking Westbrook, then I'm taking Dame, then I'm taking Steph, then I'm taking Kyrie. That's just me being honest.
I respect it.
Who would you pick if you had prime Westbrook, Dame, Steph, Kyrie? What's your lineup? How you picking it?
Who's my center?
Doesn't matter. You don't even have a center yet. You got to pick your point guard first. That's the first thing you picking.
Can you give me options for my center next?
No, you got to pick your point guard first.
It all just depends on what team I want to have, though.
Nah, bro, it ain't about your team. It's about who you want as your point guard. That's all you going off of is in their primes, how you have it stacked up. And I'm telling you right now, for me, Westbrook, Dame, Steph, and Kyrie. That's my order.
Dame.
But you got to do the whole thing. What's your order?
Okay, I'm going to go Dame. In today's NBA, are we going to go?
Yeah, today's NBA.
Or we going to go from like 2000 to 2015?
Nah, we're going to do 2016 to 2023, but they all in their prime.
Okay. Dame first.
I know you want to say Kyrie so bad, bro. Let's say it.
Nah, I want to say Steph second.
That's crazy.
Russ third, Kyrie fourth.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect that from you, bro.
That's like, wow. If you're talking about me starting my team, because I'm looking at, you said 2016 till now. Well, that nigga broke the record in 2016, 400 threes. I'm like, Steph is on my team. I'm going with Stephen Curry.
What's good with it, Dub? Same question to you,
but you're talking about now, though. That's why I said, are we going to go from 2000? Because we're going to go from
2000. No, we ain't going to go that far back. We got to go 16.
Because if we're going to go from 2000 to 2015, my order is different. But we
ain't doing 2015. That's too bad.
And that's why you got the answer you got.
That's still crazy to me, bro.
Why is that crazy?
For you to put Steph over Kyrie, how much you love Kyrie, that surprises me, bro.
But we're not talking about this, just going against regular squads on a daily basis and my squad versus your squad. We're talking about NBA team I'm having. I need somebody that, It's one thing if you're fighting a fighting cause, I'm all for that. But if I'm about winning and want championships, I don't got time for that. So
Oh, so now you finna put against. Now you're gonna go. Now you're gonna say Kyrie's choice and trying to make the world a better place comes in. Oh no, he's a company man now. Look at it. It's crazy.
me, I'm not a company man. You have to listen. Yeah, I'm like, wait, no,
I'm fucking with you.
yeah, this nigga out here trying to be funny. Because no, what I'm saying is, look, Kobe probably felt some of the same ways as other people might think about certain things, right? But he never necessarily had a platform like today to voice those things, right? And nobody really asked him them questions. So he just kept it all basketball. I'm not saying I'm faulting Kyrie for these things. I'm just saying if I'm looking at my team, I need somebody that's just dedicated to basketball and winning. I'm going for that because I don't have time for me to be like, okay, I put together a roster. I think I can go win a championship, and some BS come out or something happens to where Kyrie reacts a certain way, and now people want me to have to, now I got to deal with, okay, he might not be here. Now I got to think about things that shouldn't matter. We should just be worried about
politics.
Yeah, so it's like, that's just for me, but I'm not saying anything. Like if I had Kyrie on my team and he was doing it, I'm like, okay, bet. Especially just me as a person. Now, I'm gonna have to make sure that whatever my team is, I know I can still be okay, or we can make something work without him there. But see, that's the thing. If I have to think that much, then I'm gonna go with Dame because Dame don't have these problems. Dame play every year, almost 82 games every season. We rocking with Dame. I'm going with Steph just because Steph has always been there for the playoffs. I've never seen him really not be in any playoffs. So he's always there playoff time, regardless if he's hurt during the season. I'm going with Steph. I'm taking that shooting in the playoffs any day of the week. I got Westbrook third just because he's going to get to the playoffs. Kyrie has to be fourth because he hasn't taken a team without a legit first all-NBA player to the playoffs. So that's all I got to say.
All right, Doug was good with it. Same question to you, dog. 2016, 2023. You had to start a team. You don't know who else you're starting with. This is what you're beginning with. What's your lineup? Who you picking first? Is it Steph, Dame Lillard, Kyrie Irving, Russell Westbrook? Go ahead. Give me a lineup.
I'm taking Steph first. Got to take Steph. Okay. Then after second, man, I'm going Westbrook second, Dame third, and what's his name? And Kyrie.
Kyrie last. Damn, what Kyrie really out here taking L's, man.
That ain't no L, bro. I mean, these are all Hall of Fame players that we're talking about. So I think Kyrie on the lower end of the Hall of Fame, in my opinion, compared to these other players.
But we can argue technically out of everyone, Steph has the most rings, but Kyrie got one. So accolades, Kyrie technically got more accolades than Dame and West. No, we talk about he wasn't there when it mattered. He was there for bro.
So listen, the problem is when we talk accolades, we talking more than just championships. So I mean, it just at the end of the day, when you look at the accomplishments of Westbrook, when you look at the accomplishments of Dame,
individual wise, okay.
Yeah, and so now we want to talk team wise. That's a whole nother conversation. But
shouldn't that come into effect if we thinking about building the team? I'm like, we want to say, okay, Kyrie isn't really reliable, things like that. But when it came to Bron, he was there. We didn't have no problems with, flat earth and vaccine. Like, he was there. Now, there was reports that he ain't never talked to nobody like that. He was to himself. Sometimes he wanted to talk to the team 3 or 4 days at a time. But when it came to show up and play, he did that.
He was 24, 25 years old too, nigga. Nigga was
young. What does that make a difference?
He was younger, bro.
He's still the same nigga now.
But I'm saying what was going on during that
months. What are we talking about?
But I'm saying what was going on during that time. Obama was still in office. You feel me? It does matter because everybody was still asleep, bro. If this would have happened the year after, he would have probably lost just because Trump and all that stuff happened, bro.
That's crazy. No, that's too much politics right there. I don't believe in that. No.
You don't gotta believe in something for it to be real.
What's the argument?
I'm just saying that he was
Obama
younger
was in
and
office?
I'm just saying it was less chaotic in the political world.
The biggest thing when Obama was in office was black people getting killed by police, and he didn't say shit about it.
Yes, I know that, but I'm just saying there was nothing for Kyrie to be talking about at that time.
Like, I just told you. if he'd offer black people now, if he's a new Muhammad, that was one of the biggest things during Obama being in office was black people getting killed by the police.
But the problem is just the whole, even the flat Earth theory shit that Kyrie went through. When Obama was in office, that's when a lot of that shit was really hitting at the time. 2012 to 2014, 15. That shit was going crazy, flat Earth shit. So
and let's be real.
Talking about it,
the anti-Semitic thing that he got suspended for, he wasn't even trying to make a stance on that.
Brother, and that's so old. You know how old that documentary is?
I know, it's not like that's new. He literally was just tweeting something out that he probably watched and was like, man, I want my people to see this. But it's not like he was being like, oh man, I'm out here black power type. He just did, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing.
So
like,
that's my point then. So you're just making it seem like all he's doing is trying to find himself, and he's just at little by little saying things here and here. He's just,
so I didn't say that.
I'm saying that's what you're implying.
That's not what I'm implying.
What are you implying?
I'm saying that there's no difference in the Kyrie now than when he was young. He is not standing up for anything that he wasn't standing up for before, which he never was standing up for nothing. Respectfully to Kyrie, he just has his thoughts and his beliefs. That's it.
I was gonna say the brother just.
But I'm saying though, at that time, there was nothing that made it just stand out more what he was saying though, because everybody was talking about police brutality, so he's not alone on that. But if he's tweeting something about Hebrews,
he never spoke about police brutality though. That's my point.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Why he was there for Bron. Nowadays, a lot of shit going on with the 2020 and all that, and everything going on, and they just picking on the nigga because he's like, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, and I'm not doing this. He not saying and nothing, doing nothing radical. He not being disrespectful. Like, hell no, I'm up. He ain't cursing at nobody or nothing. He just saying what he won't and will do.
The only thing he hit back on was the vaccine. Anything other than that, he didn't have any like.
And think about all
the link. What you mean? He didn't do nothing.
But
I just told you that was an accident. He didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know that was going to be looked at as anti-Semitic. That wasn't something like he was like. There's a difference in planning.
It wasn't even anti-Semitic, bro. It wasn't even anti-Semitic.
And it wasn't. Yeah, there's something different in planning. Like, hey, I'm trying to put this out here, and I'm trying to make a difference in comparison to, hey, I'm just a person. I watch something, and I'm gonna share this link of this movie.
There's a big difference. To you is, I'm just saying, times have changed since 2016. Things that were sensitive. Not as sensitive that back then that much then is way more sensitive now. So I'm just saying things that he maybe was or was not doing wasn't even really harped on at that time versus now you say one thing, you tweet a link without even any interpretation, your ass could be cooked tomorrow. So
they would have done the same thing before. If he would have done that in 2016, he would have done the same thing because I'm like, there's a very big Jewish, not necessarily following, which it could be following, but there's a very big stake when it comes to the Jewish community when it comes to the NBA. So I'm like, if he would have done that back then, it would have been the same, I think, backlash. It would have been the same exact thing. If you want to talk about it, look at Myers Leonard. Now Myers Leonard, he is back in the league now, but he was out of the league for 4 or 5 years because he made that Jewish slur off of a live gaming stream.
Hey, look, you see,
and he's a white man.
Hey, you see what they did in his cancer? They trying to kill his ass. So.
Yeah, that man, that's a good point too. In his cancer, so I'm like that's nothing new when it comes to if you say the wrong thing or you offend the wrong group, there's going to be repercussions to it. Basically, I didn't even want it to necessarily go. I'm just saying when it comes to Kyrie, is he hasn't been doing anything different than when he was younger to now. I'm like, if you look at all the backstory, a lot of people say this is how he's always been. He's always been a free thinker. He's always been kind of like out there. He's always kind of had his own opinion. So I don't think necessarily anything he's doing now is affecting what he does on the court or what he can contribute to a team. I think the one thing that did do that was the vaccine situation. I do believe that is one thing that was targeted and orchestrated, but that was just something that, you know what I'm saying, is a once in a lifetime type thing that we'll probably, even ourselves, are probably never going to see again. Like, even now, I'm like, you probably still have people who are going to say you should have got the vaccine. I never got it. I'm fine. Right. But during that time, if you tell somebody, hey, I'm not getting the vaccine, you looked at it as crazy. So that was
like, oh, this nigga is endangering the world.
I damn near lost my job from not, and they finally came up with this exemption note for us, form whatever you could do I was like, bro, I'm not. What I'm gonna take this shit? I already had COVID one time, and I wasn't even sick. What am I take the vaccine for? If I don't take the flu vaccine, so what am I take the other shit for? No, I'm not gonna do that.
So yeah, so there I will agree with Zen. It's like on that stand, I'm like any other thing, not, but I'm like that particular stance he had, and I kind of put this together too with Aaron Rodgers too, just random. But I'm like that was one of those things where it was like it was something that was happening in the world, and it was like yes or no. If you're on the side of no, you're going to be punished, which I do think kind of fell into him tweeting out that link where it was like, okay, we could have really punished him for the vaccine thing, but now we got him. Now we can do something about this. And, you know, Brooklyn is a big market, and their owner, who's also, you know, Jewish, like Mark Cuban, like think about Mark Cuban. Like Mark Cuban been around for I don't know how long. Mark Cuban, like, I don't care about none of that shit. Come on over. Let's get it done. Jason Kidd is his coach. Jason Kidd was smacking bitches back in the day, respectfully, you know, still a great player.
Hey, shut your ass up, nigga.
Mark Cuban just want to get it done.
Yo, I flew through that man like that. He said slapping bitches over there. Let's get that done. Respectfully.
How you gonna be respectful slapping them?
Well, she might have deserved it, though, bro.
Hey, look, the feminists gonna cancel you, bro.
Oh my god!
All right, I'm just saying. Nah, baby. I like everybody's. I like everyone's list. All right, I still got some basketball topics I want to talk about, but we got Dub in the building. So since we got Dub in the building,
hold on, I want to do one.
Okay, go ahead. Make your last point. Then, and then if you got one too, Dub, go ahead.
Right now, a center or a forward, are you gonna take Anthony Davis, Giannis, Joker, or Embiid?
Giannis.
You gotta tell me your four in order.
Yeah, do it in order. Do it in order. 2016 to 2023 year.
Giannis. Damn. I'm gonna go Giannis, Joker, Embiid, AD. But I will say Embiid and Giannis, and Joker, they are pretty interchangeable for me in either way you would put them. But Anthony Davis, he don't make enough of an impact, and he ain't healthy enough compared to those other three players. So
say that one more time for me. I want to make sure it's right. Go ahead. Say it one more time.
Giannis, Joker, Embiid, AD.
You want to say yours next, Zan, or you want me to go?
You.
All right, so check it. Me personally, I wouldn't even put Giannis in this particular argument because I don't see Giannis as a big man, right? I think he's a lot of people probably disagree with that, but he's the modern day LeBron. I won't even say LeBron. He's like the modern day Kobe. And let me explain what I'm saying, right?
Did you say Kobe?
Kobe?
What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about skill wise. I'm not talking about game wise. I'm talking about how impactful and how great he is as a player. He just came in the wrong era, right? I think Kobe should get way more credit than he does, but he came in after Jordan, and then LeBron came after him. So he's like this in between where he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Like really, we should be talking about him the same way we talk about Kobe. The same way we talk about Michael Jordan, the same way we talk about LeBron, same way we talk about Magic. Like he should be like, I don't think he gets talked about, right? I think Giannis is in that same type where he came in. Yeah, LeBron doing his thing, Kevin Durant. Now Giannis is here, but now you have these young guys coming up. Jason Tatum doing his thing, scoring all these different type of points. I really think he's just getting undermined. Joel Embiid, Joker. I think he's getting undermined, in my personal opinion. I think it doesn't matter how good he's going to be. We're just not going to talk about Giannis in the respect that he deserves. That's what I think. But
he only don't he don't get talked about because of the market he in.
I thought that's a big reason too. But I'm like, that's not fair. I don't think the market should matter when we're talking about such a great talent in Giannis, right?
Like the NBA all eating off of him, it don't even matter.
I'm telling you, man, we're gonna look back at Giannis, man, because I'm like, we're gonna look back at Giannis in 4 years, and we're gonna be like, man, we really
had like another, like, but see, Giannis is in a, like you said, weird place because he came after Shaq, right? We just seen Giannis before Shaq. We be like, this nigga crazy.
But let's also talk about this too. Giannis is impacting his game and the type of game that he has. It doesn't really fit the new era, right? He's still a bully ball guy. He's not shooting big threes. He's not pretty with it, but he's
That's why he a big
scoring.
man.
Even if you, but you say big man, but look at Joker. Look at Joel Embiid, the guys we just talked about, AD. They all have some type of prettiness to the game. Joel wants to do a fadeaway, hit a three. Joker wants to pass the ball. And I'm not saying that, dribble up the court. AD wants to look pretty with it. Giannis is one, and I don't even consider a big man. Giannis is dude, he's going to get the ball. He's going to come down the court. He's going to dunk on your head. But he don't get love because of that, because that's not the era we're in. So it's like, regardless, I'm always going to pick Giannis one. Right? Because he's the only one who got a chip. But I'm just gonna be 100 with you.
That ain't true. AD got a chip.
It's not AD's chip though. That was Bron's chip. So
what? No, you can't do that.
No, we make. Come on, man.
You can't do that.
If
he has that shit. He has a shit.
If you're gonna bring that into the conversation, you gotta give credit.
Because Kyrie has a ship. You can't say, "Oh, it's not Kyrie's ship," because it's Bron's ship. Nah,
it's Bron's. It's Bron.
So you can't. You said Kyrie just had a ship, nigga.
But when I'm talking about accolades with the other players.
But you just said that nobody else had a ship but Giannis. You said it's not AD's ship because it's Bron's ship. So you
okay, I didn't mean it in the sense of like you can't discredit. Like I'm not saying it's like it doesn't matter.
That's what it came across as.
Okay, my bad. I didn't mean it that way. I just said you can't put it in the same, you know what I'm saying, level as what Giannis did. Because that's Giannis' chip.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like I gotta put Giannis there.
So the same way we look at Steph chip versus Kyrie chip. You know what I'm saying? Steph was the driving force where Kyrie.
No, he wasn't. Oh, you're talking about his original one.
Right.
No. Hey, technically, they from what they told me, it wasn't. I'm like, maybe his last one last year. Okay, yeah, they gave it to him, but I'm like, from what I know,
before KD came, when it was
Steph, they gave Iggy the Finals MVP, bro. So they told me that it wasn't Steph.
They gave Iguodala the MVP, but that was only for defending LeBron.
That's cool. You can say that, but I'm just telling you, I'm like, they gave it to Iggy. If Steph was that dude, they would have gave it to Steph. I'm just telling you.
Don't do that because you even said Steph should have got it, bro. Don't do that now.
I said that, but they didn't give it to him, so I got to go with what they got on paper, bro.
Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Man, that's so ingenuous. That's so disingenuous, bro.
Don't do that, bro.
That's what they put on paper. Is that my fault?
But you know it wasn't his team, though, bro. The whole year, the whole playoffs, bro, Steph was going crazy.
Yo,
bro.
You know what the NBA said? The NBA said Steph went crazy, but if Iggy wasn't on this team, they would have lost to LeBron. That's what they told me.
Thing they said, okay, LeBron went crazy, but if you didn't have Kyrie that year, y'all lose. That's a fact. It don't matter.
That's not true.
Bro, y'all are not winning coming back from 3-1 without Kyrie.
Who won the Finals MVP?
Y'all not coming back without Kyrie.
Don't avoid the question. Who won the Finals MVP?
It doesn't matter. Without Kobe.
It does. That's why I said without Iggy, they wouldn't have won it because Iggy got the Finals MVP. So who won the Finals MVP when Kyrie was on that team and Cleveland won? Who won that? Who got it? LeBron did. So that's not what they said. It's not the same argument.
So Kobe didn't have no factors on them championships because Shaq got the Finals MVP.
Kobe said himself, if I want to get respect from the old heads and be seen as a great, I got to win without Shaq. So apparently he felt the same way.
So Scottie Pippen, all them championships without him, Jordan get them. I'm just asking. That's what it sounds.
I'm not saying without a particular look. I'm not saying without a particular player they don't win. I'm just telling you what the media is telling us. If they give the Finals MVP to this player, they say this is the reason why they won.
The media.
That's what that trophy is for.
The media also has Kendrick Perkins as an analyst.
That don't matter. We're talking about accolades. We're talking about awards.
There were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. What does the media have to do with this? As fans of the sport of basketball, we know it. Same thing I would say about boxing. You can use the eye test. You know who's the goods, bro. You know who's in control of the game, who's running the team. And although, hey, I give Iggy credit for the defense that he put up, Steph Curry was the man that year, bro. Like, what are we?
I'm not saying he wasn't. He was the man, but during those Finals MVP, if they didn't have Iggy,
I can use my eyes and say Steph was the best player on the court.
But see, this is what we can't do. It's like we can say that, but what we can't do is discredit an award that has been passed down and that has been celebrated years on years, even when we weren't around. We can't just discredit it just because our eyes tell us something. We can't. We have to factor that in at some point. So all I'm saying, my whole point, the only reason I even came to this, what I'm saying is, And it's kind of contradictory. Giannis, he got that chip, right? And he deserved it. But in today's day and game, this is where this is me being classically fluid. If the first person I'm gonna pick is gonna be Joker. I'm gonna go Jokic, then I'm gonna go Giannis, and then I'm gonna go Anthony Davis, and I'll go Joel Embiid last. That's my pick. Because I think Joel Embiid, as much as I think AD is overrated as hell, I think Joel Embiid is even more overrated.
Amazing.
I'm shocked by your picks. Let me go with mine.
Yeah, that was the whole point.
Giannis first. I'm going Joel Embiid second. AD 3. Joker last.
Wow. Joker last, bro. You don't know basketball. That's crazy.
Hey,
it's so crazy how you tell me I don't know basketball about who I picked. That's crazy.
Hold on. Hey, break it down. I want to know why.
That's crazy. Didn't even give no context to my picks. Just I don't know no basketball.
So why you take
crazy.
AD over Joker?
I'll take who over who?
I said why you take AD over Joker?
AD over Joker? AD has a ring.
How do you take Joel Embiid over Joker, bro? He don't even got an MVP. We about to have 3 straight seasons MVP. Joker, triple double, second season.
AD bounce Joker out the playoffs and go get a ring. Game them niggas.
No, I said Joel Embiid. How do you have Joel Embiid over
Joel Embiid? Because Joel Embiid's been making the playoffs. I'm like, they haven't necessarily been winning every time, but I'm like, AD wasn't making the playoffs on his own team without Drew Holiday and Rondo.
But I thought we were going off of if we were going to start a team.
Yes, I'm going with Joel Embiid.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
Whatever you smoking, let me get some of that because that got you in the clouds, boy.
Man, all right, sound good. It's just everybody wants to hype Joker because he's white. That nigga was a nigga. Nobody would give a fuck.
Bro, ain't nobody worried about that boy's skin color. Come on now, man.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I'm not even on that type of time. I'll tell you, I'll be the first to tell you if it's on that type of time. Come on, bro, chill. That's crazy.
Did they ever say Westbrook was the best player in the world when he averaged a triple-double?
He wasn't. That's why.
That's my point, though. Why is Joker the best player in the world and he's not better than Kevin Durant or Giannis? Why is he the best? Because he's got MVPs?
No, that's what the media tell, brother. They told us that Lomachenko was better than Muhammad Ali. That's what the media
They did not say that. There's no way.
There can be more than one best player in the world. There can be more of an argument when it comes to that.
There's no way no media said no Lomachenko.
Brother, they said Lomachenko, when Lomachenko, he had that one loss to Toledo, they said the brother was better than Muhammad Ali, brother. That's what they said.
Who? Give me their credentials. I need to see who's saying these things.
I'm gonna pull the video for you. I'm gonna pull it for. Give me 1 second.
I'm not saying you lying. I'm just saying
I know that.
Would fix their lips to say some foolishness like that.
ESPN would. And
ESPN would.
Yeah, that's my point. That's my whole point. Is
oh my
they have an agenda, brother. They respectfully to ESPN. Let me see.
Dub is crazy. Respectfully to
respectfully, but I mean, it is what it is. This is what these people come out and say.
ESPN would. You funny, dog. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. For real.
I spelled the nigga name wrong.
I don't blame you.
Nah, then he be capping, man. You can't be taking everything he be saying serious sometimes, bro.
Man, hush that up. Flu be all flued up. Flued up, boy, over there.
Hey, I might be, but I'll be realistic with my views. You be talking some crazy stuff. I'll be like, what is he talking about?
What did I say that's so crazy?
For you to disrespect Joker that way and just be like, it's just his skin color is crazy, bro.
I'm not saying he's not nice. I'm just saying the love that he gets, that y'all act like he's just so great that he just winning or some shit. Like he not winning, bro. He getting bounced the first round. Don't give a fuck who on his team. Win a series, nigga.
Sixers ain't winning like that either, man.
But he not the MVP.
So
I'm saying when Russell Westbrook got the MVP and he lost the first round, everybody said he was trash. Oh, I told you he couldn't win and da-da-da-da. When Joker loses, oh, he don't got no help. This nigga have Victor Oladipo as his second player.
But who?
Russ that year.
but we're not talking. I'm not talking about what the critics are saying or whether or not, like, okay, if he gets bounced out, if he's an MVP or not. I'm just going strictly off of what we've seen him accomplish, and we're looking at what Joel Embiid has accomplished, his accolades, his stats in comparison to what Joker has done. It's not touching him because at the end of the day, Joel Embiid should be doing better because who is his second best player been? He's had Ben Simmons, he's had Jimmy Butler, he's had James Harden. Joker's second best player has been Jamal Murray.
Hey, Jamal Murray, who? Hey, real quick,
but he ain't on none of those three levels.
I put Bob Arum. Bob Arum was the one who came out. Bob Arum, top ranked ESPN. Bob Arum came out. He said that Lomachenko is better than Ali, Leonard, and Mayweather.
Let's talk about we got Dub. We were supposed to get in that Dub. We got Dub in the building. So let's get into some boxing, man.
Play that video, please, bro. I have to hear it.
So it's 5 minutes and 47 seconds long. So.
All right, so you said Bob Arum said that Lomachenko is better than Ali.
Yeah, look at the hold on, look at the what I put in the private chat. Hold on, let me see if I can find.
Yeah, I see that joint. I gotta pull it up on my other phone.
My boy got 2 phone. One
for the plug and one for the hose. Yeah, you know. Even though I don't like to repeat a lot of stuff Kevin Gates be saying. Kevin Gates be saying some wild shit, man.
I fuck with Kevin Gates, bro. Kevin Gates,
all right, I do too, but he be having the craziest interviews.
He do be saying some stuff.
He be talking wild.
He be saying stuff. I be like, did he say that?
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, bro, you gotta chill, bro.
Nah, that nigga be keeping it man. Bro, he be real as shit, man.
Being real don't mean it ain't cutthroat, nigga.
I know.
That's why I like it. That's why I fuck with it, because
you must not heard some of his reason shit this nigga been saying. He been wild.
Bro, I don't care what you say, bro. If you around some of your homies, you not gonna want them to say certain things
bro.
a certain way.
Hold on, what he said, man?
I ain't even repeated that nigga. Wow, boy.
Go watch some of his interviews, bro.
Yeah, they viral. I'm surprised you ain't seen them. All them joints is viral. That nigga be talking wild, bro.
Hey, bro, I just found out, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all don't think y'all probably knew this before I did. So
wait, hold up. What interview? What YouTube channel was on? Because I gotta look at it that way.
It's on Fight Hype.
Fight Hype. Okay, man. It was recent.
No, it was 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. I seen what it was then.
But hey, real quick, so I just found out, like, I done heard of Kevin Samuels, but I ain't never really watched his video, nothing like that, bro.
Oh damn, he late, bro. You missed the whole sensation.
Bro, hold on, bro. I've been catching some of that man old video. That shit be so funny, bro.
He be going in on them women, bro. He be giving them. I was just talking to Zen about these hoes, man.
He does not be going ham, bro. He just let them talk. He let them do the talking, and they just started talking crazy. Like, bro, you can't believe some of this shit you're saying. Like, you can't believe it.
But don't you understand? That's how you go in on, like, don't you? One of the most strategic ways.
Give them their rope.
One of the most strategic ways of being able to expose someone is to allow them to talk and expose themselves. And then basically you follow up with questions to see if they even remember the shit they said.
And they have no clue.
And that's what a lot of times women, they just talk, say all types of things. Respectfully, I don't mean it's all women. There's some great, beautiful women out there. But
of course, but at the same time, I ain't even, bro. I just caught the phenomenon, bro. I'm late to it, very late.
You late as hell, bro.
Yeah, well, I remember when he died and folks were shitting on him. I was like, man, how y'all gonna shit on the dead man like this? You know what I'm saying? But it
was a lot of feminists and stuff like that. Like a lot of women.
And that's the other thing is so I didn't even know what he really spoke on. I just knew, I knew women, they ain't really mess with him, but I ain't really watch him like this. So, man, I can't remember what I was watching. Some came across, and I was like, damn, who is this nigga? Savage on their ass, ain't he? Oh, when he told me, he was like, man, you're 5'6" and 200 pounds. You're an NFL running back.
But see, this is the problem, though. This is why he was such a phenomenon. Because you got to understand is women are in such a place where, you know what I'm saying, and they should be, you know what I'm saying, respectfully. Unfortunately, I wish that
no, they shouldn't be.
No. Let me explain why I'm saying that. They should be because I wish that us as Black folks, we were allowed such a quick progression in life, in the sense of we was put in a position where we were always downplayed, look as less than human beings, etc. And then all of a sudden things get fast forward, and now all of a sudden, all right, we're going to try and position everything where now they're put in a place where they feel an acceptance and they have the same You know what I'm saying?
But this is the problem. I don't disagree, but what I do disagree with is the way that it happened. It put them in the wrong place.
I know, but what I'm trying to say is like, I'm not saying it put them in the wrong place. But what I'm just trying to say is like I can't knock it because women themselves have been marginalized. They've been put in a place where they wasn't given all the great, the same access. But the reason why women now have been able to accelerate and be in the position they are is because when we're talking about women, we're talking about all races, right? When you're just talking about a particular race, there's a difference when it comes to a progression in that. It can change the economy, right? So there's going to be a slower progression to that, or even no progression, but seem a certain way for it to look. Where as far as when you look at women as a whole, you know what I'm saying? The majority in the U.S. is white women. Like, no one can change that. The majority in the U.S. is always going to be white women. It's always going to be minority when it comes to other races. So the progression of women in society, especially in America, is going to be more beneficial toward the economy than it will be than just progressing a particular race as a whole. So basically what I'm saying is I salute it because it is moving forward, but also you have to understand the detriment to it as a man, because it now puts you at a disadvantage when you are dealing with a lot of these women, because now they are in a position where you have a multitude of men putting a certain perception into a woman that isn't realistic in long term, right? Especially as you get older. If you don't lock down a woman at a younger age, like when you're in your 20 younger, when you're in your early 20s, you come into your late 20s, now you're, searching for early 30s, and you're, searching for somebody that you want to be with. A lot of these women have all these past experiences, all these past traumas, or you're taught, or you're given this idea of happy wife, happy life, cater to them. Everything they say goes, all these type of things. And now you're put into a position where,
who taught you that? Who taught us these things?
That's the media. That's what they tell you. That's what's always shown. That's what's shown on the TV. That's what's shown in the news. That's what they put out there.
Well, it's fake.
But that's not a popular opinion, though. If you say it's fake,
I don't care if it's popular. See,
I know. I agree with. I'm agreeing with you, Dub. I'm agreeing. I'm just telling you what a lot of these young dudes have to deal with, though. Is like if they go against the grain, they're going to be looked at as if they're just delusional. They're going to be looked at as if they're these like, how are you going to be asking for this from a woman? You should be.
But this is the difference. This is the difference. The difference is especially younger men. You know what I'm saying? Zen, what are you? 25?
26.
Perfect. Zen, right? You know what I'm saying? Zen got another 10 years to do what he want to do until he really gets into a level, or gets into a place where the women that are currently in his age range are going to be checking for him, right? Because I mean, women check for certain things in men. We know this, and so because of that, you know what I'm saying. Usually, you don't get to those levels until you later in life. You know what I'm saying? So it's easier for a man. And then what they always say, especially with black men, we don't age like that. Hey, you fine as wine, baby. That skin keep running. Hey, look at I see, man. See some of the brothers out here, man. I got a cat I follow, man. He in Chicago. Brother all is 62 years old. If he shave all that gray hair, he look like he about 41, bro. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, especially you playing basketball, you staying in shape, doing those type of things, brother. Your options they open up as you get older. Your options actually open up.
No, you're completely right. This is what I was telling Zen, like kind of to even piggyback off that is, the thing is though, that type of talk isn't popular because you have to understand, a lot of us as black men, we're marginalized. We're not put in a position where at an early age we're told, hey, it's okay to struggle. It's okay to try and find yourself. It's okay to be like, you have to go through 1 A, B, and C in order to get all the way to the end of the alphabet. Or now,
F, right?
Yes, exactly. You're in a position where you can choose. A lot of times we're told, or not even told, because a lot of times we're not even told. A lot of times we're going off of what we see media portraying. Oh, rap, I don't want to be that guy, but rap, basketball, these young millionaires. Oh, I gotta have it. I should have it young. And that's not real. That's not true. Like, no other culture is saying, oh, you need to have it young. No, this is your time to grow, figure yourself out, and put yourself in a position where now you can have it a little bit later. And so what I say, me personally, what I've seen is when you see a lot of us, when we marry young, when we end up being in a relationship young, we want to try to make it about love, but really it's about support. It's about, hey, I think I can do something, but I'm not sure. I find this woman who supports me and she believes in me. I believe in her, and let's build something. And now we have this young, we get married early, you know, now we all of a sudden we get to our 30s, or we're close to our 30s, we're in our 30s, and all of a sudden now we got to where we want to be. And it's like, okay, this isn't exactly what I wanted, right? We were in this together because we want to build together, but it wasn't really based off of the
life
thing.
don't work like that though. That ain't how life has ever worked. Well, it did. Let me rephrase that. It used to work that way. You used to be able to get together at a young age, work and work together to build. That ain't how we live in.
I don't think it's gonna work back then.
Culture. We live in a totally different culture now. We live in a microwave society, right? Everybody wants everything now. It got to be now. It got to be now. It got to be now. Because of that, then that's where we get all of the nonsense from as far as relationships go. Because hell, you can't, somebody y'all age, bro. It is what it is. Y'all can't sit there and shout out to my brother. Let's talk about it. Y'all can't talk about it. Y'all can't talk to somebody right now in their early 20s, and for them, especially regardless, you can't talk to the modern woman today in their early 20s. What they gonna tell you? I'm getting my degree. I'm gonna be a career. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be in the top earners. I got a psychology degree. I got this. I got.
Well, I'll say this even right. I'll say this even right now though. There's a misperception though also too when it comes to like Black women are at a very the highest rate ever when it comes to college getting their degrees. But degrees don't mean money. Degrees mean what they think they will get. So there's already an elevated of, oh, I'm in college for this, so I'm gonna make this amount, so I deserve this type of man. But it's like you're not even in the real field yet. You can get your degree. That doesn't mean you're finna make that type of money. So I will say that just based off of my own experience, which is not, everyone's experience, but I will say this. The most delusional bitches, women, are the ones that have the most trauma. The most trauma. I'm gonna be 100 with you. The ones that I'm talking to, the ones I talk to that actually are in school, are working and things like that, they're actually a lot more level-headed than you expect. Like those ones I talk to, like from my experience, they are a lot more level-headed in the sense of they know, all right, I'm going through this grind, so I'm looking for a man. In comparison to these women who've been passed around or they've had some bad experiences, they are a lot more delusional because they have a lot more trauma. So a lot of times those women come into relationships like, yo, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with that. And it's like, yo, we just started talking, baby girl. Like, you don't even know what I'm going to bring. But you already putting all these boundaries. You putting all these lines and things. It's like, red flag. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, the ones who was in, now maybe the ones when they get out of college, they get their job, now it comes different. But a lot of times you have to understand that comes with if they're dealing with a lot of men. That's what we have to understand.
No, that's not true, Flu. Listen.
Go ahead.
Let me tell you why it's not true. This is how, and especially in our culture, one thing you brought up was how now Black women, how they're the most educated women, right? The black women are the most educated women of any culture, any group right now. The problem is that the more education, right? Black men ain't going to college, and I know a lot of my cousins, right? I went to college, but shit, I got 4 cousins. None of them didn't go to college, and they got one is a mechanic. You know what I'm saying? One is a truck driver. One he lay concrete. Fine, great. I mean, good jobs. You feel me? But
I'm the only brother in my family that finished college. The only other person was my sister.
But the thing is now when you have the individual who done been to college and now they run across the bricklayer, they looking at the bricklayer like, yeah, you ain't doing shit. And it's like, hold on, that brother, he doing an honest day's work. You know what I'm saying? He doing a hell of a job with what he got going on. He got his own little business. He ain't making 100,000, but he making more than enough. He making more than enough to support himself and to help to support you.
No.
So
I agree with that dub. The thing is, see, it's kind of weird because I do agree with that. the thing is, what does this bullshit of college teach you, right? A lot of times it teaches you how to interact. So when a lot of people don't choose the college world and they go on and they make money, but it isn't a substantial amount. And what I mean by substantial is like, oh, you can see the shit, but you're making an honest day living, you own your own business, all these type of things, which if you have a college degree and you're doing the same exact thing, more women will be open to it, because the only thing that really just changes is how you speak to a woman, because a lot of times that's how you attract a woman, is how you speak to them. That's why a lot of niggas who ain't got shit is able to get, put a baby in a bitch who actually means something. All that happened was he spoke to the chick a certain way. So I was like, no, I do agree with you. At the end of the day, women are attracted to what they're attracted to, because that's their innate response to men, right? Is okay, he talk a certain way, he look a certain way, he presents himself a certain way. They gonna get into all the other semantics later. Oh shit, this nigga don't got a job, or this nigga got 2 babies, or this nigga don't give a fuck about me. That all comes later.
The shit that
right?
really matters.
What's up with you, dog? Oh,
I mean,
me.
I'll be honest. I'm like, when you're talking about the dudes who, what I'm saying, they got their own business, or when it's a mechanic or something like that, they're focused on their business. They focus on getting their money. So they don't really know how to approach a woman, to talk to a woman. So they're put in this aspect, or they're put in this place where it's like, all right, yeah, I fuck with him to an extent, but I got this other nigga who's smoothing me down all extra. Go ahead, bro.
This is what the problem with women is women don't want to believe that they have to change with the times like the rest of us. Women think that forever and forever, which could be possibly true, but it's always going to be different. What I mean by that, I'm saying like women don't think like a woman, right? How many times a woman probably could have saved being with a bad nigga or having a bad experience if she would have just went to up to a person she thought she liked, versus waiting for somebody to approach her that maybe convinces her to like him. But, you see what I'm saying?
This is the problem with the culture that's been sold. The culture is okay, we want people who are gonna, we want the true masculine male, right? We want that. This is what the women believe. The problem is well, I'm a bad bitch, I'm a boss bitch, I'm this, I'm that. So now when you get that individual approach you, oh, he not good enough.
But see, the problem with that masculine approach is masculinity is not the same viewed, right? What I mean by that is like masculinity doesn't matter how much money you have, does not give you masculinity.
Masculinity isn't about money.
That's my point. But I'm saying, so women want me to approach her because she expects me to probably be in a certain type of bracket or certain type of, expectation she has on being approached by somebody, and then expecting me to be at a standard that isn't, like Flu said, you don't know me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you don't know what I can bring, even if it's not money. I could be reliable. I could be somebody that take you to work every day. I could be somebody that every time you call me and need me to pick you up or take you somewhere or do something, I'm always doing that. So we mean
that ain't good. No.
Now let's go ahead and hit you on that real quick, Zen. Let's do it. Like, you don't want to be on that type of time with no shit.
No, you have to let me finish though. I was making a point.
All right, let him finish, Dad. Let him finish.
I'm just saying, when it comes to the women, if they actually got out of that thought process of thinking that I always have to be approached, they can save themselves more so, because they can at least approach somebody that they've actually have an attraction to, whether it's somebody making them feel attracted to them based off of what they've been told now. You get what I'm saying? Like, a bitch can look at me and be like, I'm not attracted. My bad. A woman can look at me and be like, I'm not attracted to him, right? And then as soon as I start talking, if I say something like, yeah, I just got done working on $1 million movie, I'm probably gonna get a, I'm around, I just start talking, not thinking about even impressing her. I'm just saying something big.
You want no hoe like that.
I'm not saying what you want. I'm talking about, because you gotta remember, Flu,
it's always about what the man wants when it comes to choosing a woman.
You're right, but I'm saying sometimes people get what they want because of their state that they're in. What I mean by that, they could be lonely and they're like, I'm get with this because she is messing with what I'm doing, regardless if
man should never be lonely.
But they are. I'm not saying you right or wrong, Flu. It's the same thing you was doing to Dub earlier. I'm not disagreeing with you, but there are men out here that are lonely. There's men out here
that need to work. They need to go get a hobby. But men should never be lonely.
I'm just telling you what it is, Flu. You can sit there. Like when I told you a man slap somebody, you said if you over 21 years old, you shouldn't be letting no grown man just slap you. It's just niggas out here getting slapped, my nigga. Like I'm just letting you know what's going
That's
on.
what we here for. It might not be a lot of people see this shit, but that's what we here for. There's certain things that should not be said. Go ahead, let's talk about what's good with it, dog. Go ahead.
What's up, everybody? You know what I'm saying? I'm back.
Yeah.
I think everybody's right. And I think everybody right in a sense. I think the problem with women is they're about the perception. Like you could say that, oh, I'm a mechanic, and they be like, oh, you're a mechanic. So they think you get paid $20 an hour, but you might get paid $50 an hour like somebody that's a nurse. You see what I'm saying? So it's about a perception sometimes with the females.
Mechanics make more than a nurse, by the way. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying in general. I'm just general speaking. Now some nurses only get paid $40 an hour. It depends what you're doing, home care or whatever. Now I ain't saying RN. So you talking about I'm like you talking about someone who's doing home deliveries as a nurse, which is very hard to do. Home deliveries as a nurse, yeah, they making $200K a year, but let me tell you right now, majority of them white. But $50-$60 an hour is pretty good money, especially overtime. I'm just saying in general speaking. But they're about the perception. They want an accountant. They want somebody that's balling and everything. Because don't forget they boss bitches. I mean boss women. I'm sorry. So when they're down there,
hey, don't worry, bro. We all trying to be better. Don't worry about it.
Wait a minute.
So now,
hold on, Dub. Let's talk about get off.
So now you're talking about boss women. So now they feel like they need a dude that's on their level, right? But they're not doing the things to keep a man on their level. They're not cooking. They're not cleaning. They might not be doing those things. You feel what I'm saying? Because if I'm making money and you making money, I need a woman that's going to be submissive a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Well, mostly. I'm going to need a woman that's going to be there for me. I don't need you to work. I can work for both of us. I need you to make cooking and things like that if I'm bringing that bread in like that. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just, I think that's everybody's right. That's my perception on it.
Now, and I don't.
Go ahead,
first thing I want to say is if they call themselves boss bitches, right? Why are we apologizing for saying this? This is what they call themselves. We're not making this up. So what's the apologies for? That's the first thing. The second
because
thing
my mother, because my mother, just because they call them that, don't mean I gotta call them that. You know what I'm saying? I was brought up better than that.
Hey, look, my great.
You gotta be better than that, Doug.
You gotta be better than that. You ain't gonna do what the masses do, are you?
Big Ma always told me it's not what you called, it's what you respond to. And if this is what you responded to, this is what I'm gonna call you. That's what I was always taught. But
I know, but I ain't never heard my mama call herself a bitch. I ain't never heard my mama call someone else a bitch. So
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about these women who calling themselves boss bitches. That's what.
And I'm being very hypocritical, by the way, because I've had women tell me like you say the word bitch way too many times. So I'm not trying to sound perfect. I'm just trying to do better.
Listen,
it's about if you're trying to fix something that you know, regardless, like, okay, bro, if a pastor knows that they're calling themselves boss bitches, he's not gonna give a sermon and be like, yo, these boss bitches out here. He gonna be like, these ladies out here that are bossing up.
I was stand up at these quote unquote boss bitches, what they call themselves. No, that is what it. Listen, this is my last point.
Why you going? Hold up, as a pastor, why would you send it? Because that's what they call themselves. You'll be these boss. Y'all know what they call themselves. These bosses, and they're like, yeah, y'all already know. They're not gonna say that.
I'm saying that I'm not a pastor, but I'm sitting here on Flu panel right now, addressing these individuals as they address themselves. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just saying, I understand why we apologize and we give you our explanation. If you don't want to apologize, Dub, you are right to not to apologize. Keep calling.
So I can see a pastor right now just being like, listen, my congregation, these boss bitches, I don't say bitches, but they say bitches.
They be like,
don't mind me saying bitch throughout this sermon today because these boss bitches is bitching.
They're gonna be like, you know what? You know why y'all ain't got no men? Because y'all boss bitches, right? Can I get an amen?
Look, they'll be standing up
amen.
They'll be standing up and they're clapping like they're crazy too. But this is my only point. At the end of the day, man, this is the biggest problem you have. When you have these educated individuals, and I got a lot of love for them, you know what I'm saying? I got family members very educated, but they're also very single. Why? Because they're
also very single. I'm sorry.
No, that's the truth. But the reason being, because, and respectfully, they talk too damn much. One thing that you want your peace, bro. When you come to your crib, that's one thing you want to come into is peace. I've been out fighting. I've been out arguing with motherfuckers at the job all day anyway, trying to get shit passed and shit done. I'm not trying to come argue with you. I'm trying to come and relax. I want to be in a peaceful environment. And these educated individuals, that's the one thing that lacks there the most is peace. You can't come home and be peaceful. I have been with one of these people, and it wasn't like the relationship was going horrible. No, it just every time something is said, you got something to say, and and then once I stop arguing with your ass, then what? Now all of a sudden I'm this and I'm that, and I ain't communicating and all. No, I don't have time for all of that. I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm not trying to do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be your biggest. Find somebody who allows you to have peace. That's the one thing I'll tell you. Find that.
I'm gonna be a hypocrite. Why I gotta be an arguing? Why can't just have a discussion?
Because
there ain't no such thing as discussion.
When I try to discuss, you want to raise your voice, you want to get loud, you want to take it to a place of argument. You don't want to have a conversation and a discussion.
There ain't no such thing as a discussion with a woman, especially a woman who feels like she knows everything.
And this is my last point right here. The problem is,
you're right.
You got to be right, regardless of what it is. Instead of just saying, you know what, I can say we can put this on the table and we'll talk about it later. You know what I'm saying?
You can't do that. No.
Hold on. Oh no, hell no. Wait
yeah, no, I agree with you. Happy wife, happy life.
No, Nick, no, I can't. I'm not here to make you happy. I'm not here to make you happy.
No,
that's not my job.
What?
My job is to make a woman happy.
Let's talk about it, Dub. I feel what he's saying. I know what Dub's saying. It sounds like, okay, wait, what are you talking about? No, he's right. He's like, I'm not supposed to make you happy. You're already supposed to be happy. I'm supposed to be adding to your life. I'm not supposed to be the one who's implementing this into your life. That's why I think it's very important when you meet a woman where you are at.
I guess I'm gonna if you're feeling sad, I'm gonna make you happy, right?
That's different. We're talking about in the moment.
If you're feeling upset, we need to discuss it. So, or
that's in the moment.
I forgot you dealing with somebody who's kind of toxic, who don't want to discuss anything. They want to argue. So
no. It's not even that. It's not even that. It's not about that. It's talking about understanding. That's why, like, one of the big things, like, I like to talk about, or at least in my perception, when you're dealing with somebody in a relationship with someone and you want to make it serious, make sure you're comfortable where you're at with yourself and who you are in life. Because if you feel like you need someone else to make you feel like you are who you are, you're always going to have a problem, because you're always going to be seeking.
I think that's switching the goalposts. I don't think that's the same thing. It's if I'm in a relationship, we supposed to be reciprocal and make each other feel whole. Let's say whole. You know what I'm saying?
No. It's not my obligation to make you happy. You have to be able to be happy on your own. I'm just a plus. I'm an add-on. If I want a great bitch, go ahead.
No, everybody should be happy on their own. But I'm just saying, in general speaking, we should come together, because I don't know. I'm the type of person. If you feeling down, I'm gonna pick you up. If we having a discussion, if you arguing, I'm just gonna say, all right, go ahead and argue, because I'm not gonna deal with nobody like that. You feel what I'm saying? Because because you got that in the beginning, it's gonna lead longer and longer. So I'm gonna end up in the butt. So why I'm gonna continue to date that?
You're gonna take on the responsibility of every time your significant other is unhappy, every time they have a problem, you're gonna be the problem solver. You're gonna be the person that's gonna bring them up.
Yes, I'm a provider. I'm a protector, and I'm a problem solver. I don't deal with the problems. I'm dealing with to solve the problem. We already know what the problem is. Let's solve it.
Wait a minute.
That's a high expectation right there.
Let me just say this.
That's what I deal with. I deal with high expectations. That's what I deal with. If you can't deal with that, then I'm out, because I'm good with myself. You feel what I'm saying?
So this is the thing. This is the only part I disagree with you on. Let's talk about is at the end of the day, right? Yeah, I understand uplifting, being supportive. That's what partnership. That's what husband and wives do for each other. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
You uplift each other. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is when you get into a relationship and it's, oh, well, I'm not. No, wait a minute. Happiness, and this is the thing. We've been sold a lot that everybody gonna be happy in life. Life ain't always about happiness. It's not. You tell me somebody who's always happy. It's never been that way. So what you really are looking to do is looking to work with each other, learn each other, grow with each other. You know what I'm saying? Make your lives easier. Those type of things. All this happiness talk. This is a true story. In my previous relationship, right? With my son's mother, we were married. The problem was I'm not happy, or in her mind, I'm not happy without having this business right here. I want to have a nail business, makeup. I want to, and it's like, wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute. I understand you want to do all of those things. I can support those things, but at what detriment to the family does that come to? You know what I'm saying? What does that come with? And then, well, I'm going to do better business in this area. Wait a minute, we don't live. And now all of a sudden we're talking about it's not just happiness. You know what I'm saying? It's happiness at the expense of everyone else.
But that's
what we can't. That's what we can't deal with.
That's my point when I'm talking about.
I agree with that. I agree with you on that, Doug. I agree with that.
Let me explain. I'm like, when you were saying like, yo, I'm a provider, all that stuff. That's my point. You can be a provider. You can be the man of the house. You can be the person who's always going to make you happy. You're not going to solve all the problems, because you have to understand, when you solve one, another one comes up. You're not always going to know exactly what's the reasoning why they're asking for something, and which is why I'm saying, when you get into a long-term relationship, when you get into a official, real commitment with someone, they have to be happy with their situation and where they are at. You can't be the person providing that happiness, because they're going to end up depending on you to be the person who always brings them out of this slump. You cannot have that burden on you. If you end up having that burden on you, it is always going to go bad, because there's always going to be something extra that they're going to ask from, that you're going to either have to figure out how to provide or figure out if you can provide it. So that's my point. And that's why I think now, I'm like, before it was different.
But you don't come to a solution of whether you can do it or you can't do it. And that's going to be the solution. We have to deal with it or we not.
But see, it's not as easy as saying we can deal with it or not when you're in a long-term relationship with someone, because love is a powerful thing, even if you can't be able to supplement everything that they're asking for. So
all right, hold on, let me cut you off. No, I'm just going to finish one thing. I'm going to let you repeat, because I'm going to repeat on that love. If you're in love with that person, that means this is not the first time it happened. That's what I'm saying. If you're in a relationship and you saying long-term, it's not going to wait to a year and a half and all of a sudden she's going to be unhappy and she needs this and that. She's been doing that. So when you started catering to that in the beginning of the relationship, and then all of a sudden you stop doing that in the relationship, that could be that's a difference.
Exactly.
How many times? Wait, no.
That's why I'm telling you, Van, don't start doing it.
Hey.
Don't start doing
it. Wait. No. To come back, everything I just say, how many times have you heard love is blind?
Yeah, but I'm not. But what I'm saying is, I'm manipulative. I'm not even gonna be able to fall in love with somebody like that. Is what I'm saying.
You saying that now? You saying that now after?
What are you talking about?
You're talking about after trial and error.
No, I never. No, I'm not. No. I'm not talking about trial and error. When I see that, I run. If I see somebody, to me, it's a nag. You're not gonna nag me to that.
Y'all clapping. You telling me right now, if you meet a beautiful chick, if you meet a chick beautiful, that's
nigga, I was in a relationship for 5 years. I was in a relationship for 5 years. She started becoming a nag, and I left.
So my point exactly. Love is blind. It took you 5 years to figure it out. That's my point.
No. What I'm saying, she wasn't a nag, right? She wasn't a nag. But when she got out of college, and then that's when she started becoming a nag, and I left.
That's my point.
And I was in school, and then we came together. She became a nag, and I nipped it in the bud.
So my point is, it took 5 years. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, y'all don't understand. I'm like, that love shit in the beginning.
But I wasn't in love. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But I wasn't in love.
You don't deal with someone for 5 years and not be in love, bro.
She was in college and I was in college. I was doing my thing. She probably was doing her thing too. We was going together, but we was together for 5 years. When she got out of college,
you could be doing your thing all you want, but the one that you claim is the one that you're talking about. So that's love.
Yes.
She was the only person you were with in college. She was the only person.
Bro.
No, the one I'm in with now, I'm in love with.
You was in love with the chick you was with in 5 years. You may not be no more, but you don't give no chick 5 years and you don't have no love for her.
Not at all. Not at all.
Tell me, you should have got smacked by a bus. You'd have been like, "Oh, whatever."
I know. I ain't really tripping.
I love
let's talk about it, bro.
I love that as a person. Yeah.
Okay, that's my point.
But I don't think we had enough time together.
Time.
Let's talk about it. Loving someone as a person is more powerful than love is lust.
She was in college and I was in college. So it was a long distance relationship. So that's what I'm saying. It's not like she lived around the corner and I saw her every other week, or I saw her every other weekend, or I saw her every other day.
You don't got to love somebody. You don't got to see someone every day.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
What I'm saying is
I loved her, but I wasn't in love with her.
But because you didn't see her every day, right? You didn't have the opportunity to figure out she was a nag. She was gonna nag you. She was always a nag. Always been a nag.
Y'all making some excuses, bro. That's love, bro.
Is that nagging ain't love?
That's love.
No, it's not. How you with somebody 5 years and they start nagging, you just leave?
Because you gave me 5 years of your life. I ain't giving nobody 5 years of my life I don't love. I'll tell you that right now.
I guess you understand the long distance in college. I guess you understand that.
I had a chick try and stab me, and I still send her money to this day. I'm not no cap nigga. I'm 100 with it. I don't cap about nothing.
I don't either.
I'm just being.
Don't tell nobody else that.
Bro, I don't care. I'm like, that shit ain't changed nothing. I'm just 100. I'm trying to tell the people. I'm trying to tell any young nigga who knows this. I'm like, love is dangerous, bro. I don't care what you put it as.
If they trying to stab you, that's a red flag.
I know that. But I ain't gonna say I don't love her because of that. Like, I'm not gonna cap on that and say I don't love her because of that shit.
My man got 5.
Move at your own risk.
5 kids. My man got 5 kids with a joint that stabbed him, get stitches all in his hand, and he's still with it to this day. So love is blind. Trust me.
I know. I'm not going against it. I'm just saying, for you to say you dealing with a chick for 5 years and say you ain't love her at no point, it's crazy.
Listen, it's like, all right, it's like you
I
and
ain't
Jackson.
never dealt with
You go to Jackson State and somebody and they go to FMU.
I ain't dealing with no chick for 5 years and say I ain't love her. That's wild. I ain't dealing with nobody. It could be even on no home. It could be a homeboy. I'm cool with for 5 years. I don't got no love for him. We know each other for 5 years. Is crazy, bro. Like, I feel like y'all trying to be on some master.
So you in love then? You in love right now? Yeah.
Yeah. If she hit me up right now, she needs something from me, I got her.
Okay.
I'm not no cabin nigga, but if she hit me up right now and be like, y'all want to be in a relationship, I say no. I'm like, love don't got nothing to do with what I know is right. But I'm like, for me to say I don't got love for that, I got love for family members that I shouldn't have love for.
Why would she want to be with you and she treating you like a boyfriend already?
She not even treating you like a boyfriend. She
treating me like a boyfriend.
She treat you.
I mean, you treat her like a girlfriend. I mean, you say you treat her like
y'all trying to create y'all own narrative. I'm like, that's what fits y'all narrative. That's not the narrative that's happening.
Wait a minute.
No, you're right.
Y'all got family members right now that ain't about shit and they'll hit you up for something and y'all make sure they good. That's still love. Like, y'all trying to be real cappy.
That's family, yo. That's family. That no chick can hit me up right now. So I can't say that. But nobody that I don't
I'm like,
talk about acting like he just got no remorse for the women. He like,
bro, I know. I'm like, man, y'all capping so much, dog. That shit is crazy.
Any chick that I used to deal with, I'm not jumping to the end.
If you had any
I didn't say I was dealing with
relationships with that woman, if you had any type of sensual relationships with that woman over the 5 years,
no, she won't. No, not at all.
So then why you even talking to her? Like, why is there even conversation or anything?
I don't talk to her no more. What are you talking to? I ain't talked to her I ain't talked since she was nagging, so I broke up with her. I ain't talked to her.
I'm talking about during the 5 years. Why you keep in contact with her?
Why not keep in contact for the last 5 years? That's my girl. What are you talking about?
Wait a minute. So you never smashed?
Yeah, I smashed. What are you talking about,
bro? What are you trying to do right now, bro? Like,
y'all coming at me, man. I'm just being 100. I'm 100 with it. I ain't embarrassed about nothing. I tell y'all for real.
5 years. You asked me, did I smash? What type of question is that? Of course I did. Why would I be somebody?
The way you talking, you act like you were just like talking to her, like, "Hey, girl, how you doing, girl? All right, girl." And
chill. Y'all chill. Let's talk about like that. Y'all trying to come at me crazy.
Within. Maybe this is clear it up. Within the semester of the school year, I might have saw her maybe twice.
That's even worse, bro.
But you
I'm
said
like,
y'all
you're not
really
even
into.
seeing the chick and you talking to, and I'm playing.
So you saying
Look, this is me coming at you. Let's talk about. You
said.
said I was the girl of the relationship. You said she was treating me like a girl, so I got to come as you.
No. Not treat you like I'm gonna say you was treating her like your girl in a relationship.
No, I don't. You don't even want to know how I treat bitches in my
He a
relationship.
simp,
Right?
bro. He's simping for it, bro. He already done admitted it, so it is what it is.
Who? Oh hell,
Flu, yeah, my brother Flu. Hey, I fuck with Flu. I fuck with him.
I'm a honey. I don't got no. I ain't embarrassed about none of my
Z, what
shit.
you think about that situation, Z?
What's the situation, bro?
Didn't know the extensive of my shit with my ex. I'll be honey. I'm not embarrassed about none of my shit when
Let's
it comes
talk
to
about
it.
it. All I'm saying is you just capping, bro. Like if I was with a chick, if I seen her, okay, you saying you seen her 2-3 times a year. 2-3 times 5 is 15. That's a lot of encounters, nigga. And if you smacking out of them 10, 15 times, 10 times, nigga, that's a lot of energy exchanged over 5 years. You talking about that bitch hit me
long
up
distance.
right now. I'm talking about no, nigga, you was coming to the rescue 1,000 miles away.
In a long distance relationship, she for sure smacking other niggas.
I sent a couple of dollars. Yeah, I sent a couple of dollars. This is my girl. Of course, I sent some money.
So then what's
You're
the
proud to
difference?
say that's your girl, but you're trying to say that you was not in love with her. It don't make no
I
sense
wasn't.
to me.
So hold up.
So hold
So
on,
he could be.
wait. So you're telling me right now, if you got word that these niggas was trying to rob me, this nigga slapped me in my face, I know exactly who this nigga is. You telling me you wasn't gonna pull up on her or nothing? You gonna tell me like, oh bitch, that's your problem, and you was gonna hang
No,
up?
I tell her call the police.
Hold on. I got a question for every
That's
nigga
what I
up in
tell her,
here.
Z, because you know what?
Hold on.
I listen. I don't
No,
know what
let's
you
talk
did.
about
I
it.
don't know
You
the
gotta
situation.
explain. Let's talk. I believe you. I just got a question for every nigga up in here right now. We're gonna start with Zen. It's gonna go from Zen. Then let's talk about it. The answer. Then I want Dub. Zen. If the whatever chick, excuse me, that you see most important right now in your life, even if she ain't shit, if she hits you right now, was like, I'm in a bad situation. I need $20. Are you sending it to her?
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about it. Is you sending it to her?
Yes.
Dub. Right now. Is you sending it to her?
Hell no. Hell no. For what?
I'm the only one because I would have said yes. I'm doing it.
No.
So this is the problem in our generation, nigga. Me, Zen, and let's talk about it. We the problem because if she hit me and she needs 20, I'm sending it. I need to be on Dub level right now because I'm for sure sending it.
I always say I'm
no cap.
You said because you said $20. You ain't said like $100, $200. You said $20.
What am I sending her anything for? Why am I sending her any for what?
When she hitting me right now, she like, hey yo, look, I'm in a bad spot right now. I don't know how to get home. I need $20 for gas just to get home. I can't get home. I ain't got paid yet. I need $20 to get home. If I don't get the $20, I'm stuck on the street for the night.
Hey, you might want to call AAA.
That's crazy.
Dub, you was cold, man.
The cold nigga. I need to be on Dub. I need to be on Dub's level.
Mario on this nigga say, I got an icebox.
Hey, yo, I think Doug capping, yo. I think he capping. I think Doug is
I promise you this. The shit I went through with my son's mom ended up being a single father. Some of that shit, nah, bro. I don't fuck around no more. I know, bro. I don't even get child support for the nigga, which I don't want it. I don't even want it. But,
did you hear?
I'll say Dub's been through the most when it comes to all of us. When it comes to
that's why I say this. That's why I say this. Nah, nigga, I'm not unless you the one for me. Nah, you good. Hey, we can have a good time. It is what it is. I ain't sending you shit. I don't know.
Because the kid is the ultimate. You know what I'm saying?
It changed shit. It do change shit.
I'm second. I feel like I'm second though, because I'm like, I don't think anybody else can say they almost got stabbed by a bitch.
No, I can't say that.
Hey, I'm not trying to have a number. I'm trying to be last. I'm trying to hope I stay last.
No, you want to be last. Trust me. You don't want to do it.
Boy, y'all niggas.
That's why I be saying what I say.
Listen, when my man got stabbed, I was like, oh shit, man, get up, man, yo. That shit, man, he had to get listen, I don't want to go through that.
Was you there?
Yeah, I was there.
Oh,
that's crazy. She bold to stab a nigga right in front of a witness.
Like that,
bro. You know, women don't care. Emotions take over.
Listen,
they like fuck
love don't care. She thought he was cheating. She came in.
Yeah,
the girl ran out. Man, listen.
That's the only reason I thank God for my little 4 years at BJJ, because like I got that crazy wish control. So I'm like, so she pulled that thing out, and I was able to grab the wrist. Like, you ain't finna be on no shit.
Yeah,
I for sure would have got poked. No lie. Pause, but she would have. Yeah. But
Nah, I never.
I
don't
can't
do
never,
it.
I can't never
Right.
put myself in that type of situation, bro. I will never again in life will I ever be in that type of situation. So, nah, bro, all that toxic. No, we ain't doing none of that. We not doing.
it just be crazy though because I'm like, like that's why I be talking about. It's like it's crazy. We went to this. We went from boxing to this shit. But I'm like,
Yeah.
well,
Bro, we didn't even get to boxing, bro. We didn't even talk no boxing.
and we need to. I'm like, because I definitely don't want to leave this night out without talking no boxing. But I do just want to say this. I'm like, it just be crazy. I'm like, when it comes to dealing with women, like I don't want to say women have the upper hand or women have the leverage or anything like that. Even though in reality they do to an extent. But
do they?
well, yeah, that's because you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying a woman could be on no shit, on nothing, and they can and she could be talking to a nigga who's on some shit.
It's more women than men.
But that doesn't matter, bro.
That does matter.
It
That matters a lot. All right.
It
Go see which
A
women
lot
trying
of
to
ugly
share
women out
something.
here too.
Man,
But none of that matters. You want to know why it don't matter?
Why?
Because ugly bitches got niggas trying to fuck all day.
Exactly. That's why they got the upper hand on us.
Bruh.
We don't
I
move off
agree
of
with
our
you.
looks. We don't get women like what Zen was talking about earlier, where it
Do
said
you
like,
want
some of
her?
these.
Do you, brother?
Let me finish this. Let me finish it up. Like what Zen was talking about, like some of these women need to humble themselves, and if they find a dude they want to talk to, they should talk to. That's never going to be the case because an ugly woman never needs to approach a nigga because they always gonna have niggas approaching them. Always, it don't matter what time we in, what year we in. Niggas are always going to have to get what they want. They always going to have to hunt. They always going to have to fish. They always going to have to be the one on the pursuit. And a lot of niggas, especially now with social media, the day and age, what were we just talking about? You can be in a good spot financially, but you don't know how to approach a woman correct. And so because of that, there's
That's
always
facts.
going to be a disadvantage toward men. There's always going to be a plethora of women who feel like they're more important than what they really are.
Unless you get the bag.
Hold
Get the bag, it don't matter.
No, that's not true, bro. That's cap. Because getting the bag is relative. What is getting the bag, right? What is getting the bag?
The question is, how much is the bag?
That's
what
my
bag
point.
we
That shit
speaking
is
on?
relative. Women don't care about that shit. We just talked about a nigga can own his own business and be a mechanic, and he don't get no play. He
Well,
got the
it
bag.
don't sound sexy though. It's all
It's
about the
about
sound and the
perception.
delivery.
That's so now you changing. Now you moving the goalposts because
That's
we
what it
talked
is,
about
though.
No. We talked
It's
about getting the
perception.
bag. Getting the bag. If you have your own business and you're getting your own money, that's getting the bag, bro.
It's about
But how you
perception.
present yourself is all matters too.
So getting the bag don't matter, bro. It's about presenting yourself. Because nigga, I can have no money and I can present myself like I got the bag and I can get the bitch.
This is my question. Let me ask the question. When you say get,
I was getting bitches when I ain't got the bag.
Hold on, real quick, Flu. When you say get
bag helps.
No, it doesn't. Nigga, you gotta know how to talk.
Can I ask a question?
Okay.
Y'all be influenced by Instagram, nigga. Like nigga, unless you a rapper, unless you in the NBA, a bag ain't shit. We're all on the same level.
All right, listen. Here we go. So now, what is the point when you say I want to get this bitch right here, right? What's the point of getting it? What is the goal? Are we just trying to smash?
Most men, they just trying to smash.
I'm talking about you.
Oh, if I see a woman and I think she's beautiful and I want to talk to her, yeah, I'm trying to smash.
Facts. Ain't nobody going in trying to say I'm trying to get my girlfriend. Ain't nobody. Everybody who ever had a girlfriend or had a significant other, they ain't say I want to be my significant other. They started smashing first, and then they kind of rolled into it.
Especially at the age we at, you really think you're looking at a chick like I'm finna make her our wife. Like, no, majority of the time, the chick that she's looking at, she's probably already smashed 30, 40 niggas in their life. So I'm not looking at trying to make her my wife.
30, 40?
I'm trying to get in there.
30, 40, that's a lot.
No, that's not a lot.
That's not I know. Thank you, Dub. Thank you. So I'm so happy I got Dub here. No, that is not a lot for a woman. 30 or 40 at our age is not a lot. That's actually low.
Brother, let me
Talk about it, Dub. Now I'm gonna be quiet. Dub, go ahead.
The culture that we live in right now, it's Tinder, bro. Niggas literally swipe right to smash. That's literally what goes on in that. I mean, brother. Let's talk about how old are you, brother?
Man, listen. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's like this, man.
So you telling me
hit the smash. Hold up. You going to smash, right? 30, 40, that's what? It depends on where you start. Yeah, maybe out in the down south. It's different. Down south might be different than up north. Down south might be different than up north.
Yeah, up north is worse.
Hold on. Can I do the math for y'all real quick?
Are you serious?
Let's go. I'm gonna go relatively young. Let's go with 20, 26-year-old woman. Let's say she started smashing at 18 years old, respectfully, right?
At 18.
Let's say she smashed three niggas a year from 18 to 26. That's 8 years. 3 niggas a year. That's 24 right off the bat.
Nigga lost Adrien in 8th grade.
All right, okay. Damn, shit, maybe it's not a lot.
Aren't starting to smash at 18, so I'm being very respectful. So I'm like,
so from 8, so that's 24 niggas between 18 to 26. That's not bad, I guess. I don't know.
That's 3 bodies a year.
God
That's
damn.
3 bodies a year.
They giving that shit up. That shit down. I don't want my girl to give that shit up, man. If I had a girl, I don't want her to give it up like that.
Shit up.
But just think about this.
They're giving that shit up.
Hold on, wait a minute. In the culture we live in, bro. In the culture we live in, think about this.
Damn, coming to like you right. Because I'm thinking about mine. Then
Bro, at 18, from 18 to 26, those same years. Now imagine if they really go wild. If they say they gonna go wild.
And I'm being generous, bro. I'm like 3 years, 3 bodies in a year is very rare for a woman nowadays.
Right now,
bro, I done heard so many people.
How many bodies she got? Hold on, Dub. At 30 years old, right now, she been going on the pace this nigga Flu was talking about from 18 to 26.
You saying that's like it's crazy. You saying
hold on.
At
14, and now she 30. How many bodies she got in 16 years?
Around 40.
Around
50.
No,
so from 14. So from 14 to 30 and 16,
it's gonna be more. I know.
Bro,
so I'm saying, what number is that?
She probably got 153 bodies, bro.
But wait, can I say this? Everyone's acting surprised. I'm like,
I don't know.
Can I say this? All of y'all have messed with chicks who have kids already. You don't get kids just fucking one time.
Just think about the time.
We're older, y'all. Like, y'all gotta be realistic. Like, stop acting like these women ain't out catching bodies.
Brother, but just think about this. Just think about the few times that you done went out and had a one-night stand.
Bro,
right? You done been able
talk
to
about it, Dub.
You done picked something up and went and knocked it down, right?
The only nigga who understands where I'm coming from. No, I'm with you, Dub. So I'm just like, you the only nigga who understands.
Now think about this. Think about the time that you and your homies picked up a chick and everybody done took a turn. Think about that time.
I didn't do that. But okay, go ahead.
You ain't if you ain't had to run on the run around when it comes to town. You feel me?
But all I'm saying is just think about all these situations you done been in as one guy. Think about how often you shoot your shot, how successful you've been. Think about it from a female perspective. We shoot not. If you shoot your shot. Hey, let's talk about it.
No, you got the background overdone. Let's talk about it. Go ahead.
So imagine how many times you shoot your shot and then take every girl you talk to, then take every girl and multiply it by 4 guys for every time you shoot one shot. She got options.
So y'all telling me just the average chick right now from that age to that age, she got 153 bodies minimum.
I say she has at least 100.
At least 100, easily.
At least 100. So 153 is what you guys are. Well, you Dub or you know, saying
as an average, me taking into extreme situations and the common individual who is a little more laid back, not taking in anybody in relationships, because relationships, if you're not in a serious relationship at this current moment in time, then that shit don't mean too much in today's dating culture. So,
a woman at 30 years old having 100 bodies is not a lot.
When I look at it now, no. 16 years, no, that's not a lot. 30 years of living 100, that's not bad. If you break down the numbers, it's not that bad.
Brother, do you want somebody with 100 bodies on them?
I mean, at the end of the day, man, we got all our paths. As long as the coochie's tight, man, that's all that matters.
I don't even care if the coochie tight. I really don't give a fuck. if I fuck with her, she fuck with me, and I feel like this is for real, and I feel like she fine as a motherfucker.
Let's talk
And
about it.
she
Got
and
all
she,
the technology problems. My bad.
Shout
but
out
he
to
was
my
good.
brother.
But let's talk about it was good the whole time. All
I
of a
know.
sudden,
Now all
this
of a
is
sudden you
fucked
got
up.
the echo.
But I'm gonna be real with
I
you.
know. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
All right,
I'm gonna go out
back.
and come back in.
But like I used to be like that. I used to be like, damn, she has. But it's like when you really just realize how much opportunity women have when it comes to fucking with niggas, it's like it's rare you're gonna come across a bitch who'll be like, oh yo, I met you, especially at our age. Oh, I got 10 bodies on my shit. Like that's a woman that's not promiscuous at all. And I'm gonna ask this too. And let me ask you guys this too.
If
A
she
lot of
takes
times,
you,
if you come across a woman who hasn't had a, it's not even a lot nowadays, but hasn't had a good amount of bodies on on their record, whatever you want to call it, they're not going to be as good as in bed. So
wait a minute.
let me ask y'all that.
Hold on, Flu.
Are you okay with dealing with a woman who doesn't really know what to do when it comes to being in the bed?
I prefer that.
Or do you want a woman who knows what she's doing?
I want somebody who don't have a clue.
See, I'm the opposite.
Hold on, brother. If you don't have a clue, that means I can teach you everything that I want you to do.
I don't want to teach my woman what to do in bed.
That's time consuming, man. She already know what to do. You just laying back, or you just doing what you need to do.
Brother,
you know what I'm saying?
If it's gonna be the case that you're gonna be with her for that night, cool. But if you're gonna be with her long term, you're gonna want her to do what you like, right?
I'm gonna want her what I want to do, what I like, but also with her being experienced, she can also introduce some shit to me that I didn't know I like. Brother, life is all about learning, nigga.
We will learn together. We will learn together. I'm just saying.
See, that's the thing. I'm not. Let's see. This is.
I would take it.
Hey, Dub, if you want to be on some build a bitch theory, then go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not on that.
I ain't trying to Los Angeles Lakers. Give me Shaquille O'Neal now, nigga. I'm on some. Give me Kobe Bryant now. Nigga. I'm not on no trust the process, nigga. We ain't trusting the process.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
Dub, if you like to go in, you like to go put the seed into the flower, into the soil, and water it day by day. Yeah, just give me the vegetable.
I'm echoing.
Yes, sir.
You still got the drop. I don't know how that's happening. Let's talk about it, because you was good this whole entire time. 2 hours into it.
I don't know how that happened either. It's my. I don't know, man.
What you doing? You doing it off of your? Oh, you good?
No, when he talk, just mute.
Well, all right, I'm with you, Flu. I need somebody that's experienced, because she gonna know the things that I like. I'm gonna tell her I like this and that. She gonna know how to do it. If I tell somebody I like this and that, and they don't know how to do it,
look,
how I'm gonna teach them?
All I'm saying is Joe Moses has a song called "Thank Me, Thank the Last," and he's talking about how he appreciate whatever his girl didn't learn. He's like, thank you to the last nigga. He's like, because this girl go crazy.
Yeah, and let's talk about how the good point is like, you want to teach her what you like, but it's like, that's kind of pause worthy. How the fuck I can teach her what I like?
Like, all right. Where she can't give head? Were you gonna teach her that? How you gonna teach her that? You gonna go get a banana, nigga? Pause.
Bro, chill. You got me cracking up. No, I know disrespect. No, but I understand.
I know what Dub's saying. He's just like, don't do this, girl. Don't do this. Like, I get what he's saying. But, Dub, if she knows how to, you feel me, make my shit feel sensational, who am I to tell baby girl, who'd you learn this? I'm gonna be like, girl, thank you for learning these abilities. You feel what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't want to have to be the one, like for me, like me as a trainer, I don't know if I can just train little kids, because I just don't have the patience to train the little kids. Now, give me the middle schoolers and up, high school or high school. I got you. I got them locked in, but I don't have time to develop their attention span.
And see, I'm the exact opposite of you.
And that's why you coaching kids that's 7, 8 years old.
Exactly.
Let him get off. I gotta hear what he got to say.
No, but I got the long-term mind process that, and this is I ain't gonna say the great thing, but the thing is, you're not gonna run into girls like that too often. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I still know what I like, and I know how to tell you what I like. You feel me? That's what it's, because that's what I need you to be proficient at.
Hey, I fuck with it, Dub. I think you have a good perspective. You feel me? You strong. You old school rooted. You like, look, I ain't giving no bitches no money. I ain't out here doing none of that. I got the patience to do this, and this, and she can't have.
That was real superhero. He's a nigga we all need to be learning from because that's.
I know.
Hey,
write a book, nigga. Go ahead, write a book, nigga.
It's unrealistic though.
Hey, everything is. Go ahead.
No, well, I was just gonna say because I was like, you was the only nigga you said. You telling me if the shit that you fucked with for I don't know how long, but y'all don't fuck with each other, but she just round here like, yo, I need 20. I'm in a bad spot. You don't want to say I'm like a sender. And that's real shit. That's real nigga shit. I wish I was on that, but it's like, but see, baby girl hit me. I'm sending it to her. I'm like, here you go, baby girl. I hope you good.
I'm like, what's your cash?
But the difference, bro. The difference is the last chick I really just fought with.
We ain't saying it has to be the last one. We just talking about a chick in general that you was in.
That's why I asked them to hear the question.
That's crazy.
A chick you remember at one point you like, damn,
that's his most, but you understand then that's his most important. Like, so I understand. Like that's the most important. Like that's the mother of the child. So that's the most important.
Joint, then okay, bet. But we was talking about totality.
And what I'm telling you is if I'm not gonna give my son's mother, if I'm not gonna give her any money, what the fuck I look like giving anybody else any money I'm not involved with? That don't even make sense.
That's real nigga shit, for real. I ain't finna cap. Like I'm not gonna finna act like I'm on some nigga like Dub. What you want is real nigga shit. Like I'm not even. I'm me giving. No, even me being 100. Let's be 100. We all need to be 100.
But this is the thing. If Z hit me up, and said he needed $20, I would send it to Z or anybody. I'm saying anybody. If say a female was on here and I ain't, you know, saying she was going and she hit me up, I would give her $20 if she needed it. I'm just that type of person.
No, I'm not.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you're talking about the type of real quick. Let's talk about it. We're talking about the type of person. We talking about an actual emotional connection. I'm like, if someone did you wrong on multiple occasions, and they still like, yo, I need this to be able to be, I'm cool, and it's an opposite sex. But yes. Me giving me money for that broad.
I still would do it because that's the type of person I am. Don't say that's the type of person I am. It don't matter what you did. I could go bypass that. You in need, so I'm gonna get blessed by that. That's how I believe. That's how I look at it. That's my blessing right there.
I respect that. Real quick, let's talk. I respect that. I would do the same thing. But I'm gonna be 100 with you. That's some simp ass shit from both of us, my nigga. There's no.
See, I look at it more biblical. I look at
simping though. It's all degrees, right? Like if you simping and you feel like it's for the good cause, it's like it's not a bad simp.
Right, how much simp if she needed and she's in dying need and if she in dying need because she's gonna be stranded and I'm gonna let somebody be stranded out there? Come on, man, that's not cool. I don't care what level. That's not cool.
Shit out on our own. That shit is some simp shit, bro. It is.
I mean, I got some with simp because I mean, because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna let nobody be stranded. Because I don't want to be stranded. I might need to. So I need to trip away.
Just like, look. This could be me one day. So if I call a chick one day and like, yo, girl, I'm in a bad spot. I need $40. I hope she gave me them $40.
You said that, Zan, because this is where Dub comes in and he gets the W. Right. If we hit that same bitch for the same shit, she ain't gonna give us snaps.
I disagree.
I was just about to tell you.
I disagree. I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
I'm not trying to know what the type of pettiness she on. You can't give me $20, and I know I'm an alpha type of nigga. I ain't no pack nigga. I'm an alpha nigga, and I know I gave you tools, and you don't give me to that. I'm not gonna trip. I'm like, I know I'm better than you, and I was always better than you.
But Z, you mess with, but you not the cousin off. That's why y'all mess with each other no more.
Don't matter.
That's what I'm saying. Let's talk about it. Like, I'm just saying, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. If she don't care, it doesn't matter to me, regardless. Because I don't care about being alone.
Facts.
But if you care about being alone, or you care about that companionship that much, then you gonna just be like,
you gonna do whatever.
You gonna do whatever. I'm not saying break, but bang.
Go ahead, Dub. I know you want to say something because I'm like, I really want to get something off of that because I'm like, that shit is the bullshit. Go ahead.
At the end of the day, I'm not gonna call you asking you for no goddamn money. I'm not gonna do that.
That's facts too. That's facts. Can
I finish?
That's facts.
Let him get it off. Let's talk about it because you got an overlay, nigga.
That's facts.
I'm not gonna call you asking for no money. That's the first thing. The next thing is if not, it's one thing for us to be and have a relation, some type of relationship going on. That's one thing. But for it to be somebody who is just, well, we talked for a minute, but we ain't talking them. Oh yeah, 10 years ago we dated. 4 years. Nah. Listen. If our current relationship is not on the up and up, and we are dealing with each other on a regular basis, what benefit does it do me to help you first? The second thing is why do you even feel comfortable asking me for anything if we're not dealing with each other? Why do you even feel comfortable?
That's the question right there, Dub. That's a grown man question.
And I'm gonna pass it on. My last point is man, when you deal with individuals, you deal with them on a certain level. You deal with them at the level they deal with you. And until you establish that, you can be taken advantage of. That's really what it comes down to. And who wants to be taken advantage of? I don't. So I'm gonna make sure if I'm dealing with you, like I said, let's talk about it. If something happened and I shoot a quick 100 over there. I shoot it because I deal with y'all. Not all the time, but we done spoke. You know what I'm saying? I respect y'all, those type of things. Man, if we're not talking to each other on a regular basis, what you calling me for?
That's such a grown man question to what you said, bro. Because like when it comes down to the fact of if I'm gonna put myself in this position, if I'm put myself out there, people always try to act like us as men, we shouldn't be worried about what comes back in return. But do you have to understand, the people who put themselves in position where they're successful, they're always going to be thinking about what we get back in return, regardless if they're a man or a woman. So I'm 100% when it comes to what Dub says. The problem is, me personally, I'm gonna be 100 with you, is like I'm still trying to learn that. I still have
that's why I'll be fighting
this emotional connect. Yeah, like I'm not a liar. Like I still have emotional connect.
I know
with one bitch, not multiple bitches. I do a lot of bitches wrong. I'm gonna be 100 with you, but there's one bitch that got me.
Let me say this. I want to say, and it's funny. I think this is one reason I think it was me, you, and let's talk about it on one night. And I was coming at you about this. I'm like, bro, stop.
You would.
But I'm gonna tell you the reason I was there, bro. I done been there. You feel me? I done been there. I done been. Yeah, this and where I end up, bro? I end up as a single father. It's cool, you know what I'm saying? I don't want no sympathy. I don't need no sympathy. What I'm saying is I don't do what the fuck I did. You know what I'm saying?
Realize this shit before it's too late. I'm like, if you got someone who's literally telling you in front of your face, this is the mistakes or this is something you want to avoid, at the very least consider it. And that's why it's like, Dub, a lot of shit you be saying. Like, I really understand where you're coming from. It's really hard to make it in play at the time of what shit is happening, but it's like I got a lot of respect for a lot of things you're saying, because it's like, in my personal opinion, when it comes to young black men and we end up dealing with a certain woman, we end up giving them leeway in the sense of not because they have superiority over us, but because we're in such a pressure situation where we feel like, one, we have to have everything figured out at a certain age. We have to have all this financial stuff figured out at a certain age. But then also we have this pressure of, all right, we got to find this woman. We got to bring them in. We got to make sure they're right. We got to be the provider. We got to be the person over them. We got to make sure everything is good. And it's like, my personal opinion when it comes to marriage, especially in today's age, it is not a benefit to a young black male. I'm not talking about any other race. I'm not talking about white, Mexican, Asian. But when it comes to a black male, it is not beneficial to us.
Young, that was the key word, young.
And young could be incorporated depending on what age. And me personally, we shouldn't be thinking about getting married until about 35. That's my personal opinion.
At the earliest, 35, 40, 45, somewhere in there.
That's what I think. I think 35, 40.
Facts.
That's when we should be thinking about getting married. Anything before that, we're putting ourselves in a detriment. Because we're already handicapped starting off in this day. It's like marriage is based off of finances. When we're talking about going into the court, going into the state. The main thing off of marriage is finances. A lot of us as young black males.
Not always.
What I mean by this, I'm not talking about the woman you're with. I'm talking about when you're talking about what you're signing off as.
Hey,
what's in the
I didn't mean to
contract.
cut y'all off.
It's finances.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Flu. I'm about to hop off. Good talking to y'all, brothers. Y'all continue y'all due diligence.
Love,
all right, Z. Let me hold it down for us, Z.
Hey, Zan.
But Flu, you said it was $20 for gas money. That's why I'm sending it. You said $20 for gas money. You ain't talking about no big money. You ain't talking about no $200 or not big money, but like $100, $200. $20 to get some gas to get home. I can send that. You talking about $50, $60, $70? I'm with Doug. No.
You sent $20 5 times. That's $100.
No, I'm not doing it 20 times. I'm not doing it that many times. I'm doing it one time. And because she's stranded. She can't be stranded twice. I'm not paying for that. For one time, yes, I'm gonna pay for that. But if you talking about $50, $60, $70, $80, I'm with Doug. I'm not paying. I'm not giving you no money for that.
What's the point of paying the first time?
Because he said she's stranded and she needed gas money to get home. Right. But no.
Hold on, real quick. She's grown.
I understand that.
We're talking about.
Listen, I understand that, and that's not a problem. That's not a problem. It's $20. But that's it's $20 just to get you never to ask me for no more money again. I'm cool. Well, I mean, it's not about the money. It's about somebody being stranded, a person being stranded, regardless of what they did.
But it's not about that. Let's talk about. Let's go a little deeper. It's not about someone being stranded. It's about the person who is stranded feeling like they can actually ask someone else to get them out of that position.
Right.
So that means they feel like they have a relationship with you. But when I'm in a situation that I can't get out of, I can reach out to this person and they can help me get out of it. That's a power. That's a tool.
Yes, everybody get that one tool with me. I have no problem with that. If it's something like $20 or something like that, $30, I have no problem with that. When you're talking about $50, $100, $200, I gotta see who the individual is. You see what I'm saying? So if I'm not dealing,
you're not hearing me though.
I'm saying that's what it did with me. It's about the person. It's not about it's about the money. It's also about the person.
But you're making it about the money ultimately because you're saying it's not 50, it's not 70. As long as it's 20, It's not a big deal.
Yes, for me, yes, that's what it's about for me. It's not a big deal. $20 is not a big deal for somebody who's stranded. If she said I need $20 because she need to eat. No, I'm not giving to that. You can eat on your own.
Go ahead.
Let's try something different. Because the point, and I understand how we got to the $20 point, but I think we harped a tad bit too hard on the $20 part. I think when we're speaking on this, we're talking about somebody that you deal with that, and Flu, if you're that Flu, give me an example of some, what would you be willing if this special person for you would have called, what would you be willing, give me something mid-range you would be willing to do for her.
All right, let's even not make it about the money then. You know what I'm saying?
No, I want it to be about money.
No, I don't like, because I'm like we try to put money as such a big aspect in life, but a lot of times when it comes to your gesture with someone you care about, money isn't the thing. Let's say let's say she hit you. Let's say she hit you, and she's like, "Yo, I'm in a particular situation. I need to be picked up. It's 1 a.m. You got to wake up at 6 a.m. for your job. I need you to pick me up from this particular spot. I don't got if you end up leaving me here. I'm stranded. I don't know when I'm going to be able to be in a position in tomorrow. But if you can pick me up here and you can drop me off at this location, I'll be okay. How about that? No money involved. I just need you to pick me up. But is it inconvenient for you?
No.
You've been asleep since 11. You've been asleep since 11.
You inconvenience me.
Call you at 1 a.m.
You inconvenience me one, and I'm not leaving my house at 1 o'clock at all. That's setup time. Hell no. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? And we don't deal with each other? Hell no.
Nah, she didn't talk to you last week. She didn't talk to you last week. Now I'm sexual shit, but y'all cool.
No. I'm not getting out at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's setup time. No, and I don't know how you get stranded. It's a lot of questions got to be asked before I even come out.
See, let's talk about it. Got some deeper shit going on. When the niggas say that's some setup time, like you got some deeper shit going on. If you think
I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not doing that. No.
Let's talk about it. Got some shit he ain't talking about. Tell you that right now.
Nah, I ain't got no shit. I'm just saying, general speaking.
That setup time is different.
Yeah, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not dealing with her no more. And she called me at 1 o'clock. I gotta go pick her up and drop her off. Nah, and I'm asleep.
10:30.
Nah.
It's 10:30.
No,
You
I'm
getting
not.
ready
Listen,
to go to sleep.
I'm not picking up no females that I ain't dealing with no more. That's a no. That's rule number 1. Nah.
What about
And
you,
she
Doug?
stranded.
See, this is the problem. This is the problem right here, in my opinion. Everything we're talking about females who have friend zoned us.
No, definitely not friends. That's not what I'm talking. I'm definitely talking about the chicks that friends.
Say that again.
I'm not talking about chicks that friends on you.
If I'm not dealing with you, why are you calling me to pick you?
I can still smash.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. How often do you smash?
Whenever I say I want to.
Why aren't y'all just a couple then?
Because I know you ain't shit for me.
She's toxic.
Exactly.
So you're gonna deal with her to smash, be available.
No,
wait a minute. Just hear me out. You're gonna deal with a smash. Make sure that you're available for her, right? Although she's toxic, not a good. Don't want to. Might stab you. Might stab you, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna do all these type of things when. How does it benefit you?
It don't. I'm not making sure I'm available for her at any point. I'm just saying, like, sometimes, like, this is the thing that we don't want to acknowledge as niggas, right? I don't know why.
Hold on, wait a minute. Now, before we talk about we as niggas, before we talk about we,
okay, me myself.
Let's talk about you.
Me myself, but I don't want to acknowledge as a nigga is that sometimes, look, that shit can be so crazy, and sometimes it's like, damn.
So what does she have over you?
She don't got shit over me other than the fact that shit is crazy.
No, she got something over you.
I just told you that shit is crazy. I'm trying to be
wet. She got the slippery slope.
Yeah, I'm trying to be very subtle in what I'm saying, nigga.
You cannot be whipped.
That's not being whipped though.
What is it?
It's not being whipped. It's me understanding that, all right, I can get something from her that I ain't gonna get from none of these other chicks I'm talking to.
Amazing.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, because you're not like, this is the thing that's a little bit different for me, and it may not be different. A lot of y'all might understand, but it's like, you're not talking to a nigga where it's like, okay, this is the only chick I can fuck. Like, nah, like, I got other chicks on the line that I could deal with. It's just, I know your shit is not on par. And that's my problem. That's my main problem, bro.
So
I'm trying to get out of it.
So you pussy whipped.
That's how you in the car for sure.
She got that lock on him. She got that slippery slope. That's all. She know what he like.
Shit, then some, bro.
Wait a minute, but this is the problem with all of it. This is the problem. you know how many. My brother ain't Flu. You know I got nothing but love for you. You know that.
I'll be honest. I ain't.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Nothing. Be honest. Like I ain't tripping on nothing.
What I'm
I want you to, nigga, put me in my place so I can deal with this.
I want to understand this. I want to understand it. With the female that's available, right? With the according to you, y'all can't be together because it's gonna be tough. Can you be with her?
No, hell no.
Okay, so according to you, y'all can't be together.
Does she want to be with you?
Wait, hold on, wait, real quick. Before we forget her, we got before her. We let's not get to her. We got to stick with Flu. So you can't be with her. That's what you're saying. You cannot do it. No possibility. But you're willing to string yourself on physically, emotionally, financially in dealing with her. That's what you're willing to do.
If she need me, I got her. Yeah.
So this is what I can tell you. Brother, go to therapy, go talk to somebody. Because at the end of the day, what it seems like is you don't have love for yourself. You don't respect yourself enough to sit here and say that I'm not going to let this female take advantage of me. You don't have respect for yourself to say that. So you probably want to go talk to someone.
I respect that. I do.
This is just the honest truth, how I'm saying it.
No, I'm saying I respect that. For real.
How can you sit here and say that I can't be with her? I can't do that. Which that's one of the things, men, we want to be with women. We want to, right? And so
you can't be with something that's not good for you.
Wait, so why are you going to pay her? Why are you going to help her? Why are you going to provide your emotional support, your financial support? You know what I'm saying?
I ain't doing all that. I ain't doing the emotional support that I'm there for when like she needs some help financially. I'll make sure she's straight.
If she call you at 10 o'clock at night and she tell you she's stranded somewhere, who knows how she got there? You on the way. What are we talking about? You're on the way.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Like I'm not a nigga that's trying to push on every side.
That's not financial. That's emotional. When you on the way, think about what you're thinking about. Just think about it.
Let me be honest, and I'm not even going into detail because I'm like it's a lie. But I'm like she was there for me through some crazy shit, bro.
I don't want you to get too deep into it. I just want you to think about what I'm saying. Okay? Because I just imagine what you think about on your ride to go get her out of the situation that she in and hopefully put her somewhere better, right?
Think about it every time I'm running on the track, man.
This is my last point. This is my last point right here. When you're on that treadmill, it's a deep little hole right there where it's like
it's a deep hole. No little about it. It's deep in the motherfucker.
You know what the problem is?
I can't let that shit go.
No, that's not the problem. That's not the problem. The problem is you allowed it to bore a hole into your heart without being able to say that I can be with you. You probably want to go try to figure it out. I ain't gonna hold you. You probably
I don't want to be with her. I'm a nigga. You ask any nigga who know me since I was 17, 16. Since I was 16 years old, I've been saying I ain't never want to marry a bitch. So I'm like, that's never been the case where I want a bitch long term.
Brother.
I've always been that way.
Brother, you can be that way all you want to, but obviously it's not that way because you're doing shit for somebody that ain't doing shit for you.
But I don't gotta marry a bitch to do something.
All right.
What I'm saying is like, no, I agree with you, Doug. Like I agree with you. I'm just saying it's like I don't have to put pen to paper to put myself out there for
I said nothing about marriage. I said you probably want to go be with her. That's what I said. I didn't say nothing about marriage. You're talking about pen and paper. I'm not talking about that. What I'm saying is at this current moment in time, one or two things have to happen for you to be happy. Right? And when I use the word happiness, I'm not even trying to truly say happy. What I'm really saying is for you to live a sane life. One or two things have to happen. Either you're gonna be with her or you're not gonna be with her.
I'm not gonna be with her. That's a fact.
If you're gonna call that a fact, then make it a fact.
I hear you.
Stop saying, oh, yep, I'm a simp for her. I ain't gonna be with her, but I'm a simp for her. Think about how you sound, brother. Just think about that. I'm not gonna be with you. I'm not gonna be with you, but I'm gonna spend my money on you. I'm gonna help you when you need it. I'm not gonna be with you. But you stranded. Hold on. I'm on the way. Think about how that sounds.
Yeah, I know it sounds crazy. It is when you feel like you owe a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you gotta pay that debt off. You feel me?
Forget her. Brother, this is about you.
You got to cut the sex off, man. You got to cut the sex off. That's what it is. You said the sex has got you. So if the sex got you, you got to cut that off. That's the first step. And then don't have contact with her. And then don't have no contact.
I am not a therapist. I can't tell you what to do. What I will tell you is go talk to somebody. Because what you got going right now, this shit is not gonna help you no type of way. It's not gonna help you. Matter of fact, it's gonna put you in some shit that you probably don't even deserve to be in.
I've already been in that situation, and me being in that situation, I know I'm never gonna put myself in that position ever again.
No, you don't.
No, you don't, because you're gonna go get it at 10:30 tonight.
Oh God, my brother. Hold on, my brother. Let's talk about it. And you called him, Flu. You called. Let's talk about it. Now you said, "Shit, what you say? The setup time." Oh, okay. You called it. Hold on. Had it.
I'm tapping some, bro. Like I'm like me to be for real. Like I've been through enough. Like I already told you how to, you know what I'm saying? Chick try to stab me, all that type of shit. Like I'm not finna ever put myself in that position again. So it's me just being 100, just being like, yo, you can end up dealing with a chick where you end up being in a situation you never thought you would be with, you know what I'm saying, be in or ever expect. That's kind of just all I'm on. But nah, like I'm like, if she hit me right now, I was like, yo, I need you to get me. Like I'm not finna do that. Like I've already been there, done that, already been on some bullshit. So it's like I'm past the level of where I'm gonna put myself in a bad situation with her because I've already been in it. You feel me? I'm at the situation now with her where it's like I need to just totally cut ties completely, but that shit is hard. You feel me?
You got to cut the number and don't have contact when she called, like I don't want to talk, and hang up. I know it's hard, but that's what you have to do.
For me to do something like that, that's crazy because I feel like I got to make sure she's straight at some level.
Listen, Flu. This is I'm gonna be honest. Let's talk about it. What he's talking about is this is very respectfully because this is what I would try to do myself. He talking about the nigga way of getting rid of it, shit, bro. Delete the number. Get rid of all the messages.
It's crazy.
Guess what the problem is? If you really want to find your way back, you will, right?
It's not even about that. It's like, nigga, I remember her number off of heart, nigga. Like, I don't need to delete the number, nigga. I know her number off heart.
Okay, so you know it off heart. That's even that makes it even worse. So
Type this shit in. I don't need to delete it.
This is why my apologies. Let's talk about it. This is why I'm saying that what he's telling you is very correct. No, what you're telling him is correct. The problem is he's in too deep, brother. You need to go talk to somebody. I'm not joking. I'm serious. I'm serious. Not in a disrespectful way, nothing like that, brother. I had to do
disrespectful. I hear it. Like none of this is disrespectful to me. I hear you for sure, but you know I ain't finna do that.
Why not? And listen, I'm gonna tell you this.
Niggas, why the fuck am I gonna sit down with somebody and talk?
Because he likes the situation he's in. That's why he likes it a little bit. It's kind of intriguing.
Brother, when I went through my situation, I promise you, I went to multiple counselors, right? Before I got a divorce, I was in counseling, being her in counseling. The doctor told me, he said, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. This isn't on you. This is on her. If she can't make it right, it is what it is, right? This is what the counselor told me. I went back 3 other times because I had already paid for 7 sessions, and we had only made it through 4. Then after that, I had to go talk to somebody. After I got divorced, I had to go talk to somebody. Brother, at the end of the day, one thing I tell you is I wouldn't think the way I think now if I didn't talk to people. And there were times where I have whole other shit going on. I'm like, nah, I'm not fucking this shit.
That's what I'm doing right now, nigga. That's what I'm on this shit. Talk about this shit.
Pray on it.
Hey, yeah, you can definitely pray on it, but I ain't gonna hold you. Faith without works is dead. So go. You need to take your ass to talk to somebody because, and I'm pretty sure. Do you have insurance on your job? Respectfully.
Yeah, but I'm like, I ain't finna use that shit on talking to a therapist, nigga. That shit sound crazy, bro.
No, it doesn't. It sounds
you know that shit sound crazy, bro.
Brother, let me tell you something.
I'm just a stranger about my problems, my nigga.
Mental health.
All right. Keep thinking that, and you're gonna dig your holes deeper and deeper. That's what's gonna happen.
Look,
you like the whole thing.
No, I'm never against. I mean, like you right, I'm wrong. Because I'm like everything Dub's saying is right. Let's talk about it. You right.
It's not about right or wrong.
It's like I haven't presented everything in the situation. It doesn't make no difference, right? But I'm like for how I'm presented, it comes off a certain way. But it's not. exactly how it's coming on. That's what I'm saying.
We can't give you the advice you need, brother. No, why we can't give you that? Because we're friends. We are friends.
I know. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying I'm like a lot of shit is coming on. I'm only giving you a certain amount of information where it comes off a certain way.
Listen, and you need
That's
to
what I'm
go
saying.
talk, and you need to go talk to somebody who you can give the full story and account to, and let them help you move in the way that's best for you, brother. That's all.
Like I'm a drug addict, my nigga. Like, come on,
this is the problem.
Hey, Dad, let me break it down for him.
Hold on, real quick. Let's talk. Sex is a drug. Relationships are drugs.
I hear you, bro.
You can be addicted to those things the same way you addicted to anything else.
You're right. No, you're right. For sure.
And so when I say it, I am coming at it that way as far as, and you know, brother, only reason I would tell you is because I love you. And I rock with you, and we ain't never met in person, right? We done been on this.
But you know I'm 100 when it comes to lives, nigga. I don't got no problem being like I'm 100. Like I don't ever be on no cap shit when it comes to lives. I don't got no reason to be.
And that's why you rock with me whenever I come through. You gonna show me love because you know I ain't
always,
man. And so what I'm telling you is go talk to somebody. And this is the thing. I promise this. I put this on everything I love. When it happened, you better tell me. 3 sessions. You go in there 3 sessions. The first session you're gonna be
crazy.
Listen to me. The first session you're gonna be uptight. You ain't gonna like who you talk. Get a male. Get a man. Get a male therapist. Do not get a female therapist. Respectfully, I'm telling you.
I'm not even gonna talk about what I'm finna say because I'm like it's gonna go into another story. But all right.
All I'm saying is get one, and by session 3, you're gonna be thinking of things and realizing, damn, can I really be against myself? That's what you're gonna be thinking. And so I promise it will help. I promise. And if you don't like it, leave. If you don't like it, leave. If you don't,
I'm gonna keep it in mind. I promise. Let's talk about you got anything you want to say.
I think what he's saying is if you talk to somebody, it's confidential. So whatever you say to them, you don't know them anyway. So who gives a fuck? But they be able to give you some tools to help you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you got into this situation. I can't really help you because I've never been in a situation. I've never been a simp like this. But I'm fucking with you. But I'm fucking with you.
I'll say that just to preserve my reputation. I got 2 bitches on my phone right now.
No, I know. It ain't about them because they ain't got what she got. I don't know what she has, but they.
No, my bad. I'm gonna shut up. Say that again. Let's talk about it. Say that again.
They don't have what she has, and I don't know what she has over you, but she got that. She got something. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you can't get rid of her out of your mind, you can't delete it out of her phone or change your number or something like that. And that's what the therapist won't tell you because you got to delete it out of your situation, and then they're gonna give you other tools. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't go talk to a therapist, just think about what you're doing. And if another nigga was going through, what you be thinking? You be clowning that nigga. You be clowning.
I wouldn't because of what I've been through. I wouldn't clown.
You know why you clown? Because you never been through it. You would never been through it. You clown niggas that you ain't go through.
When I was younger, yeah, for sure. But now the age I'm at, I would never clown any nigga who's going through something expensive with a woman because I understand when you get older and you deal with a woman.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't understand.
To judge somebody or tell somebody how they should treat that woman. Because you don't know how that woman affects them, the person, how it affects you. Because you're on the outside looking.
It's echoing. The whole shit is echoing.
Yeah, but I was just saying, I was like, I would never judge him. Like, if someone came to me and was like, man, I was in love with this woman and this happened, I would never judge them because I don't care how I see that woman. I may not see that woman as attractive. I may not see that woman as a person or whatever the case may be. Like, that's all a case-by-case level. What I feel is attractive, what I'm attracted to, what I think is the connection is not going to be what someone else thinks. So it's like I can never look from the outside and be like, how the fuck you end up in that situation with that woman? I can't do that because I don't know what they got going on. Because maybe I don't find that woman as attractive. I don't see how I can deal with that woman. I don't see how I can spit. But it's like it's different. So it's like I never see it that way. But
hey, Flu, can I ask you? I want to ask you this. You my home.
yeah,
You my partner, right? You the homie.
yeah.
So next, look, I'll tell you next time, or I plan on getting married one more time. I ain't gonna hold y'all. So my next bachelor party, bro, I'm gonna invite y'all niggas just to the bachelor party. Respect,
I
y'all.
come through.
But listen. This is the
I
thing.
come through. See, y'all see, I'm the simp. I'll never get married. Like that's one thing I've been saying that since I
Hold
was
on,
18 years old. I'll never get married.
Listen. And this is why I asked. This is why I went the route that I just went. So next time, you know, and like I said, I plan to get married again. Those type of things. What advice would you give me to choose to make sure that my lady is solid? What advice would you give me, Flu?
I would say this. This would be my advice. Don't even worry about whether or not the woman's solid. Worry about
hold on.
whether or not.
Say that
Don't
again.
don't worry about if the woman's solid. Worry about if the woman worries about if you're solid. That's what I would say. Because if the woman is not worried about who you are and respects who you are, that shit's going to be detrimental. But if you come in and you come into a relationship with a woman, you see her, you like her, you love her, but then what she's reciprocating is, all right, is this someone that I can love? Is this someone I can appreciate? Is this someone that, you know what I'm saying, I want to be with for a long term? That should be your main focus. How your woman views you is how your relationship is going to be viewed for the rest of your life. Because if your woman doesn't have any respect for you, she's not going to show that. So my whole thing was going to be any woman that you deal with, be very focused on how she views you and how she respects you and how she, you know what I'm saying, tends to you and how she talks to you. That would be what I would say.
Brother, that's some of the, can I be honest?
Yeah, go ahead.
Some of the most irrelevant information I've ever been provided with. And this is why I say that. Why would I be marrying? This is the bachelor party. And you giving me advice at the bachelor party. Why would I be marrying somebody who don't respect me? Why would I even be?
You don't know if a woman respects you though.
If he about to get married, he would have got disrespected by now. He would have known if she respects him or not.
You guys are looking at very surface level. If that was the case, then, you know, respectfully, you would still be married to the original. Respect level isn't. Respect level has nothing to do with, oh, I say this and then you respect me. You don't know if a woman really appreciates you. If you want to be with a woman long term,
appreciates different.
She'll show you if she wants to be with you. Simple as that. She'll show you off the bat.
Listen. This is all I'm trying to tell you, Flu. You know what? This ain't the time to tell you. This is not the time to move
It is,
forward.
because if it was that easy, you would tell me. I know I got you stuck.
No, it's not about it being easy. Like that. Because
it would be very easy to say. I know I'm giving you some shit. I'm like, a woman who loves you, the first thing that they want to showcase to you is that they're willing to be there for the person that they're actually dealing with. And that's not something that's easily shown. That's not off of, oh, I'm going to make you dinner. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to say all the right things. That's not what that shit is. If there's something...
I would say, look how they treat their family. If they ain't got no good relationship with their family, if she not like caring, and I would say don't go to sleep mad at each other. That's what I would say. Try not to sleep mad at each other.
If there's something very particular about you that your family don't even know, your best friend don't even know, the only motherfucker that know is you.
Brother,
and she's able to pick up on that. She's able to carry that.
Stop.
You need to pay attention. And if you don't know nothing about that, that means you don't know yourself. That's my opinion.
Hey, Man, hell of a show tonight, man. Flu, where you been, bro? You ain't been live in a minute, man. You ain't showed no love. Goddamn, let's talk about it, man. I appreciate you coming on tonight as well, man. I gotta say this.
Go ahead, hit it. No.
Let's talk about it. I had already asked my brother Flu to come on the show. I still don't know if he's gonna come on, but let's talk about it, man.
Down, nigga.
Huh?
So I'm down. I just got,
Since when? Since when? Brother, I've been asking you,
bro.
Anyway, listen. Before I get to my brother Flu, let's talk about it, man. I have a show rocking with Right Side. Would love to have you on, brother. And what we do?
What's the name of it?
Rocking with Right Side. And I just want to tell you what we do. Go look at my channel if you want to, but man, we just interview the people. You know what I'm saying? I talk to content creators. I talk to individuals in the chat with me. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta have a platform nothing like that, bro. I want to hear everybody's story. I love everybody's story. You know what I'm saying? So I've been trying to get Flu on there. He say he coming now. Are you coming?
I'm coming, bro. I'm like, look, man, man, situation. I'm trying to get this shit right. I've been inconsistent with my own YouTube channel, man.
Huh?
I said I've been inconsistent with my own YouTube channel, but this week finna go crazy. This week is gonna be crazy. We got Lakers game tomorrow.
Wait a minute.
John Jones this weekend. We're gonna be crazy with it. But go ahead.
Wait a minute. I want you to answer this one question.
Go ahead.
Dude, when you are available and able to make it live, do I show up?
Yes, anytime.
Know why?
Anytime.
Because you the homie. Let's talk about it. You the homie too.
Let me know when it comes through there.
I'll be there.
Let me know when it comes through, Dub. I'm there. I ain't gonna cap. Let me know when it comes through. I'm there, bro.
You sure you want to do it now?
Yeah, anytime. Yeah, bro. What day? What day I need to be there, bro?
Let me see. Hold on. Give me it. Let's talk about it. Do you want to
give me the day?
Yeah, I'm about to buy a camera too. So yeah, I'm be ready too. I'm ready. Just let me know.
So if you don't want to mute yourself, let's talk about it. My apologies.
Give me a day, Dub. I'm coming through, bro.
Hold on. I gotta get my days together. I usually do it on Tuesday. I got Ben Israel tomorrow. Coach Green. I gotta make sure. So look, this is what I do. I got Coach Green. He's supposed to come on the 7th, but I don't know if he's going to. So
you gonna let me know?
Hold on. I'm gonna give you 3 dates. And we'll work with each other and make sure. Shit! I knocked the shit over. We'll work through those dates to make sure we pick the right date. You have the 7th, the 14th, and the 21st of of March. Excuse me.
The 7th. We here.
Okay, next week. So look, this is what I'll do. Hey, Flu, you got my information, Flu.
Bro, I got your shit. You already know.
Well, I lost my shit. Text me, bro, because I told you what happened with my phone. Did I tell you?
Yeah, you did, but I thought maybe, you know what I'm saying, shit would. Nigga, I've been gone for a minute, so I thought shit was gonna be good by now.
Nah, shit came back, nigga.
But I know how this shit goes. You see me, I'm still off the phone, so I've been on the same shit. So don't even worry about it. I ain't tripping about nothing.
Hey, text me real quick, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, matter of fact, here, I'm gonna put my shit in the background for let's talk about it as well.
Yeah, just send it through, and I'm gonna pop it up right now.
Yeah, it's in the back chat. Don't put it nowhere else. But
wait. Keep it on the back chat. Don't put it on the comments.
Nah, hell no. I don't need.
Okay.
All these I'm sending it to y'all too.
Ain't that much people up in here right now, but all right. Say your last words, dog, and then let's talk about it, and then we can get the fuck up out of here and chill for the night.
Hey, last things, man. Both of y'all, man, hit me up. I'll definitely get y'all scheduled information in the back chat. Listen, we got to stop this nonsense. We got to stop the nonsense. He text me. Hold on. Let's talk about it.
You see it.
See, and this be the problem. You done started some shit. I was about to go into a diatribe.
Yeah, no, don't go crazy. Come on, just say some real quick shit. It's late over here, nigga. I still gotta get up in the morning, nigga. That's why I stopped doing this shit.
Wait a minute.
So much.
Hold on, wait a minute.
See, this is why I stopped doing so much. Niggas be on some shit all night, trying to keep niggas up. I'm trying to watch my shows, eat my food, nigga.
Hey, bro. Hey,
on some old nigga shit. I don't give a fuck. Come on, let's talk about what's your last words, nigga.
Go to my brother. Let's talk about it first, and then I come back.
Man, it's just a great time to be alive. You know what I'm saying? And great boxing week coming up. Jones coming up. Can't wait. On March 4th.
Talk about it. It's a great weekend.
And Dub, you want to see some real UFC fighting? You might want to tune in on this one.
Talk about it. We finna be live Fluence Lounge this weekend. Dylan Jones, you go return. Talk about it.
Hold on, real quick. Let me ask. So we got. I'm a fan of John Jones. I'm a fan. Who is he fighting, and who else is on the card? Is this a big card? What's going on this weekend?
No, we ain't finna get into all this tonight, nigga. We gonna be back on this tomorrow, bro.
Oh, okay. You doing it tomorrow?
I'm like, just listen to Let's Talk About It. I'm like, it's a great weekend coming up.
But I got an interview tomorrow, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to jump over tomorrow.
Just know, nigga, it's a great weekend. We're gonna be back all this week. It's like, this ain't gonna be the only live. We're gonna be, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be updating all the way to the weekend. But your last words, let's talk about it. Let them know.
And other than that, man, just keep it up. You know what I mean, Dub? We're gonna come up on your show. You know what I'm saying? Once I get my camera up and running, you know what I'm saying? My show is called Let's Talk About It. Writing on my name right there. And you know what it is about. It's like, it's called, well, it's a podcast. It's called Let's Talk About It. And it's what it's going to be. My content is just talking about anything and everything. Like I said, battle rap from entertainment
wait a minute.
To whatever.
Let me get Dub. Let me get it off, Dub. Goddamn.
Hold on, I gotta ask him this. I gotta ask this. Right now, right? You gotta give me your top 3.
Nigga, we ain't finna get into a whole new topic. Let him get his shit off. I know you want to, but I'm like, let him get his shit off because I gotta get up out of here, nigga.
All right, I got you.
Hey,
so basically,
real quick, let's talk about, you got my number? I just hit 2 lines.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, bet.
So you know what I'm saying? So it's a content about anything. Like we could talk about like this on live, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. I never been live yet or anything of that nature. So I'm new and up and coming. I got like 38 followers, you know what I'm saying? So I'm breaking into it and it's about herbs and stuff like that too. So I would go with Easy to Block, Captain, Twerk, and Surf. That's my 3. All right.
Respect. Go ahead, Dub. Finish your last words and get the fuck up out of here, nigga. If you ain't up in here in the next 5 seconds, nigga, we finna end this shit because it's about to be 1 in the morning where I'm at, man. It's been a minute since I've been up here.
It's 1:48 over here.
All right.
You already know I got what I got up.
Man, listen, these are my last words for the night. First things first, man. Shout out to Let's Talk About It. Shout out to my brother Flu, man. You know I got a lot of love for you, and appreciate you going live tonight, man. Shout out to the young G Zen. Hey, we gotta make sure Zen on the right path, man. Like I be think when I look at him, I see him over there playing the game and shit, bro. It reminds me of a young me. I was like, man, I want my brother I want him to head the right way. You feel me? Fluid, start with you. So you got to get your shit together.
I be trying, but you know, Zen, he be doing his own thing, so I don't ever try to overstep no boundaries. I just give an example. If he want to follow, he can follow. But at the end of the day, he gotta have his own mistakes. You feel me,
brother? You got your mistakes all over the place right now.
I know, and I ain't got nobody to lead me. I got to figure that shit out on my own. So it's like it's the same thing. I ain't gonna force nobody, nigga.
I'm trying to help you right now.
But that's my point. There's no force. I can't force anybody nothing. I can just show as an example, and he can choose whether or not he wants to follow or do his own thing. That's right.
This ain't even about him. This is about you, my brother. Go talk to somebody. I'm not joking. You laughing. I'm not joking.
No, I hear you for real. I hear you for real.
Real quick. I'm not joking. I'm serious. and this is why I'm serious. Man, you a hell of a dude. You know what I'm saying? You bring a lot to the table. Nigga, you simping the way you motherfucking simping. You're gonna be broke one day. That's what's gonna happen with your dog. Respectfully.
I'm a cheap nigga. I'll never be broke off of simping. I'll tell you that right now. I can tell you that for a fact. I'm like, when it comes to financials, nobody can tell me on that because I'm like, that's one thing I got on lockdown. I'll never be broke off of simping.
Brother, go fuck some of the free bitches out here. Fuck some of them that you ain't got a simp for. Go smash them. Leave the
Trust me, I got those in my phone, my nigga. I just ain't giving them the time of day.
Why are you spending your money on somebody who ain't? All right. Go talk to somebody, my brother. Hey, shout out to my brother. Let's talk about it. Flu, I love you, bro. Let's talk about it. Much love to you as well. Zen, much love. And I'm out for the night. But damn, Flu, you gotta stop that bullshit, bro. You gotta stop that. Respectfully, of course. Respectfully.
Hey man, I'm just trying to showcase the people and show them some love. You know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Follow the footsteps you want to. I'm being 100% transparent to my people. You feel me?
Have a good night, my brother. Hey, don't spend no money tonight. Respect.
I ain't spend no money tonight. I'll spend some tomorrow. Salute to you, Doug.
All right, man.
Let's talk. Let them know what you on, man.
Oh man, you know what I'm on. Just staying out of trouble, man. Just trying to live one day at a time. Just stay out of the way, man. See, I'm in the house, man. Tonight, I'm in the house tonight. You feel
Same
me?
here. I appreciate you. Let's talk about it.
How far are you from Jackson State?
I like a couple hours, man. Not too long.
A couple hours?
Yeah.
Okay. Now my nephew go there.
Oh, so that nigga, man. He probably doing the same, man. No doubt.
Yeah, so I might ride out there one day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Let me know, man. We're gonna be on some shit. Like, Dub, he was tonight because I was a little bit too truthful with the hoes. I appreciate that. For real.
All right, man. Salute, man. Get out, enjoy your food. What's the new movies? Tell me the new movies you watching. What's going on?
No movies, I'm just on TV shows. I gotta watch the new.
That's what I mean. TV show series. You know what I'm saying? That's a new movie for me.
The Left 4 Dead joint, the little zombie movie joint. I'm finna watch the new show for that tonight. I don't even know if I'm watching that because it's late. That's a whole hour. So it's like I don't know if I want to be up till 2 in the morning. I gotta be up early, but you know what I'm saying.
All right, my brother.
I probably will watch it. I'm gonna hear that.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get with you, man. You on tomorrow? I'll come up on tomorrow then.
I'm gonna try and be like tomorrow. The Lakers play. I wanted to go live for the Lakers game. We'll see because that joint's early. If I'm not live tomorrow, it'll probably be the next day because I'm gonna get everything, you know, saying leading up to the Fluence line for the John Jones return. I'm gonna go crazy for that.
All right, let's go crazy.
All right, you already know it. Appreciate you. Let's talk about it. Appreciate everyone that been here. Last words. Let's talk about it before you get up out of here.
I appreciate you, bro. That's it.
Always. Much love. Salute to Zen. Salute to Dub Right Side. You already know what it is. Appreciate y'all. Stay up. Stay blessed. I'm out of here for the night. But we'll be back, man. I know it's been a while. It was a great return. 3 hours plus. Can I ask for nothing more? Can I ask for nothing less? Hit the like button. Subscribe. You already know what it is. We out of here.